Greetings from Bernie ISD Stadium. Fantastic matchup and a district opener to boot. Kerry Barbosa alongside Hector Ledesma as we welcome you in for what should be a fun night of high school football here in what is already week number 4 of the high school football season. Can you believe it? A month of high school football going by just like that. Kerry, want to get your opening thoughts here on Smithson Valley, the defending 5A Division I state champs, urban opening league play with a champion squad that's home for a second straight week and looking to bounce back from a tough loss.
Yeah, they were on the road. Champion was the first 2 games. They picked up 2 road wins, and then they came home last week and didn't play the way they liked. But, Coach Ellis said we got to flush this and move on and get ready for Smithson Valley. We know who they are, and we're excited to see how we stack up against these guys. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
Champion in the home grays, dark helmet. Smithson Valley, the road whites with their dark helmet. And Trent Amaya will kick us off for the Rangers as we are set to get underway in the District 13 5A D1 opener and over. And as Trent Amaya's kicks so often do, this one goes through the back of the end zone, and the Chargers will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
Amaya's kickoff goes into the end zone. The ball will be placed.
Quarterback for the Chargers, his second year as varsity quarterback, Julian Navarrete. Julian, 53 of 70 on the season so far, thrown for more than 750 yards through the first 3 games, 752 to be exact. 9 touchdowns through those first 3 games, has the 1 pick, and also can do it on the ground, 46 yards rushing that way. A completion percentage for Julian of 76%, so completing at a high rate here as we get you underway on GVTC. And our high school football game of the week. You see Navarrete there, number 2. He's got twins to each side on the first snap to give up the middle. A couple as that Smithson Valley front 4, the strength of their defense, converges in a hurry.
Yeah, they've that's one of their strengths on defense is they bring back a lot of starters from last year's state championship team. So they're kind of riding that defense right now.
Chargers in a hurry, quick snap, another give. Zachary Garcia coming around left, and again that front 4 for the Rangers getting there in a hurry. Sound like a broken record, but that is the case. Talking about that front 4 for Smithson Valley, Caleb Barrows, number 5, Kyle Bierman's number 90, Justin Roberts, number 99, Hudson Woods, number 92. Woods, an SMU commit, all-state a year ago. 3rd and 4. Trips to the right for the Chargers. Whistles. Okay. Had a problem with the play clock, I think. Either the play clock or the game clock. Something was wrong with it, but only for a moment. Officials still signaling. I think they're saying go, run it.
Yeah, they're saying start the clock.
Run the clock, and now it's running. I'm looking over. Okay, there we go. Interesting. I think he was saying maybe hold it. Either way, there's a snap on 3rd and 4, incomplete. Looking out for Zachary Lopez. To his right was Navarrete, and the Chargers will have to punt on their first possession.
Yeah, throw comes in a little hot. He looked like the receiver, Lopez, had a little bit of space, but not able to get it to him. Tough opening series by the Chargers, 3 and out.
Carter Thompson on to kick it away, standing at his own 16-yard line. For Smithson Valley, Noah Johnson, one of 2 men back to receive the punt. It's a short one, side of the foot it looked like. To the 40, bounces inbounds, takes a small champion bounce, but guess what? Smithson Valley is going to get it in champion territory to start their first drive of the ball game.
Yeah, only a 18-yard punt, so like you said, Smithson Valley already with a great chance here. It's a great starting field position inside the 50 in Chargers territory.
Like Julian Navarrete, the quarterback for Smithson Valley, also a junior, Ty Knutson. A lot of playing time last year as a sophomore on the Rangers' run to the state championship. Cade Spradling, the starter, but Ty getting plenty of snaps along the way. He would potentially play several series per outing. On the first snap, the fake to Piegler. Coming around, it's Hunter Howe.
Wow.
Hurdle toward their 40 there, and Hunter, first touch, and near first down yardage, if not a first down for the Rangers.
Yeah, just a nice run just on this little end around here, and So he gets near the defender, just goes over the top and gets a few extra yards, and actually did get the first down. Got 10 exactly, so 1st and 10.
Hug, a young man who they use plenty in the passing game, the Rangers' leading receiver, 12 catches, 173 yards coming in, but you see they also use him on the ground. On Knutsen's first pass, intended for Brody Wick, little too far, brings up 2nd and 10 at the champion 39.
Knutsen was a guy, he would come in and play, he would play a lot of 3rd downs because they were just trying to give Bradley a rest because Bradley would play defense. So he'd be out there at quarterback 1st and 2nd down. Then Knutsen would come in and a lot of times play that 3rd down spot. And he threw for 1,000 yards last year and 7 touchdowns. So got a lot of experience and produced well at a high level when he was in there.
Both these teams 2-1 coming into tonight's contest. Knutsen shotgun. Caleb Piegler's first carry coming out left across the 40 toward the 35. Might have gotten to the 34. That's where they mark him out of bounds. 3rd and manageable coming up for the Rangers.
Piegler does a good job getting around the edge. If the Chargers can contain him and not let him get to that outside, they'll probably hold him to no gain or very little gain. That time, though, he gets about 5 because he's able to turn that corner and turn it upfield.
3rd and 5, the official count. They're at the 34 of Champion, and the Rangers need to get to the 29. Champion, go ahead, Terry.
I'm assuming it's 4-down territory, and they have 2 shots at it, I would think.
If they don't get another yard, it's a 51-yard field goal. Don't have to worry about that in terms of not getting another yard. The question is, did Knutsen get the first down? He's a yard short, it appears.
Yard short, but like I said, I think they're going for it right here, 4th and 1.
Well, the interesting thing is Trent Amaya, their kicker, is one of the best in the area. But to your point, Kerry, you've got 4th and 1 at the 30. The offense still on the field.
Yeah, and you got to feel, if you're Smithson Valley, you can get 1 yard here. You got so many weapons. You're just trying to get 1 yard and move those chains.
Piegler, deep. Braxton Sawyer in front of him with Knutsen. There's the give to Piegler. Loses his footing, regains it. 1st down, Smithson Valley. A spin for Caleb, still on his feet. Inside the 20 toward the 15.
Talk about turning lemons into lemonade, man. He looked like he was going to fall. Then he kind of slips and then keeps his balance. Nobody touches him. A couple missed tackles by the Chargers that time, and ends up being a big gain. 15-yard gain gets him 1st and 10 at the 15. So red zone opportunity for the Rangers.
In a hurry, it looked like he went from gonna fall short well behind the line to a big gain. Piegler again, a couple yards on 1st and 10. They're inside the 15 of Champion. The 12 officially.
Piegler was a guy, he played a lot of defense last year. He did have 327 yards, rushing yards last year and 6 touchdowns, but he's going to get a heavy workload this year.
Smithson Valley losing guys like Brody Day, Brad Sowersby at graduation, Sowersby at running back. So to Kerry's point, Caleb Piegler moving over. Hunter Haug, a defensive starter a year ago, still a defensive starter this year, playing receiver. So several moves for the Rangers in that regard. Here's Piegler coming around right, inside the 10 toward the 5, looks to gain another 1st down.
Yep, it looks like it's right on it, so it's going to be 1st and goal at the 5. Just another end around. They're using those end arounds well. They're going to the edges, and they're able to turn it upfield. And so until the Chargers can contain that and not let them get outside, they're going to have some big gains on those plays.
It's a play that Smithson Valley runs relatively often. Not a trick play, something that they have right smack in the middle of their playbook. 1st and goal at the 5. Wick and Haug out to the left. Piegler in the slot. Knutsen shotgun, Piegler in motion. They give it to him. Piegler, his knee hit the ground.
Yep, he slipped. And he slipped the last time, but his knee didn't hit the ground. That time it hit the ground, so it's going to go down as a 2-yard loss. And very fortunate for the Chargers because it looked like he would have scored. He had a lane down that right side.
Alexander Sansoni there. But after the whistle had blown.
So it makes you wonder if it's the turf is slick or just shoes not working. What's going on right now?
It's a loss of 2. 2nd and goal at the 7. Knutsen rolling right. Luke Peace toward the end zone. Touchdown, Smithson Valley. Peace, a big game last week and a big win over Madison, picking up right where he left off. 4 catches in the victory over the Mavs. First one goes for 6.
Yeah, so you had a heavy dose of Piegler on that drive, and what do? They fake to him, draws the defense in, and tight end releases, Peace releases, and just wide open.
Amaya on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, good. 7:39 remain in the opening quarter. The Rangers draw first blood. We're back after this right here on GVTC.
You know, everyone's lifestyle inside is all connected through Wi-Fi. Your IoT devices, your TV, the streamers, the gamers. And we in Texas, we love being out in the backyard. We love extending, I think, what we do inside to the outside. Whether it's grilling, whether it's swimming, hanging out at night, listening to music, the outdoor Wi-Fi product really extends that Wi-Fi in your lifestyle to the outdoors. We think about connecting products like your security cameras that you can get through GVTC. Talk about your smart lights, your smart speakers. It's the she shed outside, right? For all the women who love to do projects outside, just the same as a workshop. Wherever you want to connect your Wi-Fi, it really is taking the best of the indoor premium Wi-Fi and extending it outdoors into whatever lifestyle that you have.
Welcome you back to Bernie ISD Stadium. Larry Hill and the Smithson Valley Rangers jumping on top, forcing the champion Chargers into a punt on their first possession. And then on their first try with the ball, the Rangers going down the field. 49 yards is what that drive covered after a shaky punt, ending on a 7-yard pass from Ty Knutson to Luke Peace, a young man who gets his second touchdown reception of the young season, and for Ty, his 4th touchdown pass of 2025. Now, but at the end, the Chargers carry starting at their own 25.
Go 9 plays, 49 yards, took 2:59 off the clock on that scoring drive.
Navarrete twins to his right, lone receiver to his left. Here's the give, coming right. Farias looked like he had a gap for a minute, but that Smithson Valley D converging in a hurry. Caleb, not much there.
Yeah, he ran a long way, just trying to stretch it to the outside, runs into that sideline. Does get 2 though, so. But they got to try to get first downs here, keep that Smithson Valley offense off the field.
Colton Hornsby in pursuit, leading the Rangers in tackles with 24 this season. There he is again. Hornsby with his 26th tackle of 2025, brings up 3rd and 5 for the Chargers.
Well, it looks like Navarrete wants to throw. He pump fakes, doesn't like what he sees, and has no option at that point because the pocket is collapsing, so he has to run. And he's able to get some positive yards. He gets about 3 yards, makes it 3rd and 5 here.
Chargers going in a hurry again, just like on their first drive. The snap to Navarrete, looking left, lets it go deep. The sideline. Complete. Hunter Haugen coverage. It didn't matter, though. What a fantastic catch. 4-on-4 action. Brogan Dempsey, the big play guy for the Chargers, coming up with a big one here.
And then he's going to have a big game for them. What a throw by Navarrete. Just drops it in the bucket, and great catch by Dempsey to move the chains.
Dempsey's 19th catch of the season, over 400 yards receiving yardage on the year. Came in with 396. This latest catch has him at the Smithson Valley 24. New set of downs, obviously. Caleb Farias now shifting to Navarrete's right. Play action, Navarrete running for his life. Tough to escape Hudson Woods in that Smithson Valley pressure.
The running back fell down and kind of got Navarrete's way. He had to jump over him, and while he's doing that, the defender's closing in. Drops him back 10. And going back to that pass play to Dempsey, 46 yards on that one.
For Woods, his 3rd sack of the season following that big play. For the Chargers, 2nd and 19, a loss of 9. Pressure again, Farias this time on the dump. Still on his feet, then tackled by the shoestrings. Philip Smith recording his 19th tackle of the season. saves what could have been a big gain for the Chargers.
Yeah, Justin Roberts putting a lot of pressure that time, and a couple near misses by the Rangers, and Chargers able to make a positive play, but they only get about 3 yards out of it.
Justin Roberts, a young man who comes in with 10 tackles, a main part of that defensive front for the Rangers. Navarrete on 3rd down, incomplete. Looking for Nathan Ryan. Took a hop, though, and this appears to be 4-down territory here, even at 4th and 15. Would be a 46-yard field goal at this range.
Yeah,
that's a tough ask.
Yeah, you're kind of at no man's land. I mean, I've seen them make 50-yarders or kickers in practice, but looks like they're going for it here.
Trips to Navarrete's left on 4th and 15. He looks that way initially, rolling that way. Kyle Bierman under pressure, or putting on the pressure. First down, but well shy, or excuse me, complete, but well shy of the first down. Zachary Lopez with the catch, and the Rangers will take over.
And you see Navarrete running for his life. Turns out of bounds. Once you do that, it's going to be it's going to be Rangers ball. So.
See Navarrete there. Go ahead, Kerry.
Yeah. Well, one thing they did is they held the ball for a little bit. So, like I said, Smithson Valley, we know they can score. Impressive drive on their opening drive, and they can't score if they're not on the field, right? So you got to get first downs and try to keep them off the field.
On 1st and 10, Knutson with twins to his left, goes to his right. Brody Wick, catch, spin move inside toward the 35, and Wick pushed out of bounds shy of the 40 following a first down play on 1st and 10.
Smithson Valley, just so many weapons in their arsenal. Just that time, just a short pass that gets them a first down.
Wick's 4th catch of the season. 35 yards coming in, getting the start. Quinton Sampson, big play receiver for the Rangers, out tonight. At the 39, Sawyer in motion, Knutson looking, goes deep, Hunter Haug at the 25. Hunter snatches it, touchdown Smithson Valley. 61 yards.
Well, number 4 for Champion makes a big catch. This time, number 4 for Smithson Valley, Haug makes a big catch. And defender was right there, just kind of slips through his hands, and Haug takes it to the house, and 2 quick scores by the Rangers.
Haug's 3rd receiving touchdown of 2025. He had a 75-yarder against Brennan in week 2. Amaya's 2nd extra point of the night. Same result as the first. 5 minutes exactly left in the opening period. Smithson Valley 14, Champion 0 right here on GVTC.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go, have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, my mijo.
Your choice, Abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
Bernie ISD Stadium, the Champion faithful, hoping their Chargers turn things around here. Quick start for the Rangers. Now, here's the thing. Smithson Valley's going to do this to a lot of teams. They jump on top early. Certainly the case in a 62-6 opening weekend win against Roosevelt. Jumped on top of Brennan early, 30-21, Brennan came back for a 30-21 win. Many believing Brennan is the best football team in Greater San Antonio right now. And then last week, another quick start for the Rangers in a 42-10 victory against Madison. Amaya's kickoff again through the end zone. So once again, the Chargers will start 1st and 10 at their own 25.
And the offensive side is where they were going to have more questions. They graduated 9 starters on offense, and so defense, they only lost 3 starters, so they brought the majority of their defense back, and offense is where they had more question marks. But boy, they look like they figured it out pretty quick through 3 games, because they're humming along right now pretty good.
Yeah, excellent point, Kerry, we've talked about this throughout the broadcast. They've had guys just step in and step in very, very well. Talked about Piegler didn't even play offense last year. Hunter Hogg played offense, but sparingly because they had guys like Brody Day there in the receiving core. Colton Hornsby in again on a tackle. Linebacker for the Rangers all over the place in the early going, as he is just about every game for him. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Garcia with a handoff up the middle between the tackles, just looking for room. Not a whole lot there. He gets one out of that play maybe.
Yeah, P.K. Miller among the receivers that they lost. Along the side, the aforementioned Brody Day. Big hit delivered by Caden Leak. And that's how deep this Rangers front four is, Kerry. Caden Leak is not even a starter. But look at number 93 barreling in. That kid does not start on this football team.
Yeah, very fortunate to not throw a pick because, you know, when a quarterback's getting hit as he's making a throw, you don't know where the ball is going to go. And it looked like Dempsey had slipped on the play anyway, so very fortunate they didn't get that intercepted.
Now, I should clarify, even though Leak backs up Hudson Woods, they do get him on the field plenty. Speaking of Woods, a tear in the backfield again. Navarrete, no time having to get rid of it. Another incompletion and another 4th down for Champion.
Well, we were talking about Hudson Wood before the game. Hudson Woods. He's good. He's the dude. He's 6'4", 230, runs a 4.5 40. So I don't know how you defend that. And so far, game script is going Rangers' way. They held Champion to several short possessions.
Noah Johnson and Hunter Hogg back to receive the punt. Champion, though, not kicking to them. This one out of bounds again. Again, it appears in Champion territory. Nope, exactly midfield.
Yeah, it hasn't really mattered where they started, though. Because the first time, yeah, they were in Champion territory. The second time, they were at their own 22, and they scored in 2 plays, so.
Take you through the, go ahead, Kerry, I'm sorry.
Well, no, they hit a 61-yard touchdown, but they went 78 yards on that drive. So it hasn't really mattered where they started. They're just very efficient in what they do.
Chargers defensively, Cade Vick, Hudson Thrash, Seth Wood, Brady Giles, the defensive linemen, Alexander Sansoni, Roman Flugents, and Ethan Jensen, the linebackers. Knutson, play action. There's Peace in the slot, still on his feet across the 40. 1st down to the 38 of Champion.
And just wide open. They play action it, throw it out there, and Peace. You see, there's not a defender within 5 yards. And Peace with a nice run after the catch gets another 1st down.
Secondary for the Chargers tonight, Jaden Davis at corner, number 29, Brooks Warwick the other corner, the free safety is Anaki Kosa's the free safety, and the Charger safety, Owen Cole. At the 38, one receiver, it's Hogg, goes in motion. Give it to him, coming around this way. Braxton Sawyer in front blocking.
Tried to hurdle again. That time it didn't work.
He tried to hurdle. Problem, Champion knew he was coming. He was going to try to hurdle too.
And I don't blame him because that's a good way to keep your knees from getting trapped under people. Seriously, because you see some injuries where a guy's trying to make a turn and guys hit him low and he hurts his knee. That time, when you go up in the air like that, it keeps your legs from getting caught and tearing things.
Owen Cole, whose names we just mentioned, in on that stop toward the sideline. It's a gain of a yard, 2nd and 9 at the 37. Peace in motion. Knutson, Piegler, Lane, cut back inside across the 25, 1st down for Caleb.
That's what the good running backs, they're capable of doing. So he sees the lane left side, he cuts it back, and you can't teach that cutback stuff. Those guys just kind of sense it, and gets a gain of 12 on that one.
Very methodical is this Smithson Valley offense.
So many weapons. If you focus on one guy, they got several other guys that can hurt you. So it keeps the defense honest, that's for sure.
Brody Wick split out ride. Luke Peace in the slot. Piegler on the inside of him. Hunter Hogg, the lone receiver to the left. Knutson, a keeper. Tied toward the 20 across it. I think they'll mark him down at the 19.
Well, this is their 3rd drive. Every first play, they've gotten first downs. So they're setting the stage early on each drive. They're getting first downs on their first play.
Cade Vick in on the stop for the Chargers.
Second and 4.
It'll bring up 2nd and 4. For Vick, tackle number 10 of the season. On 2nd and 4, Piegler staying on his feet after initial contact of the Chargers with a big play defensively. Vick in on the stop again.
He did a good job of standing him up. You see he tries to go right side, and they just don't let him get anywhere. No room to run. A good wall of defense right there by the Chargers.
Hudson Thrash in there as well. Thrash coming in with 10.5 tackles himself on the season. 3rd and 4. Although, as Kerry mentioned, alluded to and mentioned earlier, this may be 4-down territory for the Rangers. We shall see if it gets to that point. How? A good block after the catch. There's a marker.
Yeah.
How down to the 1.
Well, Brooks Warwick was trying to make the tackle, but he was being held by the other receiver who was a blocker, but he grabbed a little bit of jersey and helmet, and I think it's going to be a hold. It should come back.
Well, we'll see what the official call is. Tonight's referee, David Aggleton. It's a crew that includes umpire Hugo Bustillos, Hector Ramon as the head line judge.
Holding against the Rangers.
There's the call by the official, holding on Smithson Valley.
And you'll see the blocker here on the catch. You see him grab 15 behind the helmet and up near the jersey. And like I said, Warwick.
Line judge is Ron Baggett. The field judge, Mike Odie. Side judge, Jeff Spence. Bag judge, Anthony McCamey. On 3rd down, Knutson looking for Haug, incomplete.
Warwick again in on that play. Well defended by Warwick that time. So 4th down. Looks like they're going to bring the kicker out.
So Amaya here attempting from 42 yards away. Trent, one of the better kickers in the area.
Lefty.
A young man, lefty kicker, that's right. A young man that Coach Larry Hill thinks so highly of that he described him as Trent plays his position as well as or better than anybody else does on our team. From 42 yards away.
Wow.
Money. 35 ticks left in the opening quarter, 17-0. Here our score. And Kerry, would love to get your initial thoughts here. Smithson Valley jumping on top in a hurry. Really not allowing Champion to settle in, especially offensively. And you look at the clock, and we're near the end of the first quarter, and Larry Hill's club has a 17-0 lead.
Yeah, Champions had the ball 3 times. They've been 3 and out on 2 of those drives. And they had 1 first down, and that was on that 46-yard completion to Dempsey. So I know you're playing against a very good defense. You're playing against the defending state champs. Chargers just have to try to just get a few first downs, just kind of get some momentum. Just hold on to that ball and just sustain the drive as long as possible and keep the Rangers off the field offensively.
They had the big play on the big pass to Brogan Dempsey. Went for 46 yards. Best scoring opportunity so far in the early going. But once they got into Ranger territory, that Smithson Valley D stiffening up in a hurry. Amaya from his own 40.
And that was their only first down in the first quarter so far for the Chargers. First drive they had it 1:12. Second drive had it only 43 seconds. So you got to just sustain some things. Just hold on to the ball, get first downs if you can.
You do quick math really well.
Thank you.
Anyone ever told you that before?
My
should.
algebra teacher never did.
They
so.
should. You should get props for that much more often. The quick math, never been my strong suit or the strong suit of many others. So with that kick going out of bounds, champion elects to take it at the champion 30.
That drive by the Rangers, 7 plays, 25 yards. So champion did kind of limit a little bit of what they did. Didn't allow them to punch it in the end zone, and that penalty hurt the Rangers that time.
Well, the champion offense went out there, and then both units go into their respective sidelines. Haven't heard the official call, though, as to who made the timeout. I don't see a player down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Maybe we're dealing with a clock issue.
Well, yeah, everybody keeps looking over there, so.
I think maybe that they're having play clock issues because both teams still have 3 timeouts per the scoreboard. So the official, this isn't a timeout that's been taken by one of them, at least not with the scoreboard showing. In this first quarter for the Rangers, Knutson 6 of 8 for 102 yards, the 2 touchdowns, and he's run it twice for 10 yards. Caleb Piegler, 6 carries, 35 yards, has a reception for another 5 yards. Hunter Haug, the catch for 63, scored on that. He's also rushed twice for 11 yards. Brody Wick, a catch for 17 yards. Luke Peace, 2 receptions for 19 yards. Add it all up, 17-0 on the scoreboard for the Rangers. Navarrete ready. Chargers, twins to each side. Deep to the left. Again, Brogan Dempsey with a step. What a catch by Brogan. Still on his feet. The 5. Brogan Dempsey has champion's first touchdown of the night. There's laundry on the field. We'll see if it stands.
Yeah, it's down at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage was at 30. What a great catch, though, by Dempsey. Let's see if this holds. The flag's at about the 28, so let's see. Chargers are sending out their special teams to kick, but the officials haven't signaled anything.
Well, head coach Blaine Ellis for champion and that staff see something on that matchup they like. Must be on the Rangers because no one is coming back toward this part of the field. Lining up for the extra point, the officials content to stay on that side of the field.
Yeah, they're explaining it to Larry Hill. So I guess no flag.
Here we go. Here's Agleton with the call.
Personal foul.
Personal foul. Hands to the face against the Rangers.
Will be on the
Touchdown
kickoff. So
stands. The penalty will be
they're going to force it on the kickoff. So
yeah.
Touchdown stands.
Yeah. Boy, if you're a champion, that was scary because that flag is thrown in the area where it's typically holding.
Right at the line of scrimmage, like I said.
Extra point for Carter Thompson is good. And just like that, an entirely new ball game. 70 yards, Navarrete to Brogan Dempsey. And this one goes from 17-0 to 17-7, and it takes the Chargers just 10 seconds to do it.
What a catch by Dempsey, just fingertips. I don't know how tall he is, but if he was an inch shorter, I don't know if he makes that catch because it looked like it just off the very far end of his tips, and he's able to haul it in. And they hit that 46-yarder. So Dempsey already over 100 yards just in that first quarter. They hit that 46-yarder. Says, hey, let's go back to it. I'm sure he went in there and said, hey, I think I can beat my guy, so let's give it a shot. And they took a shot downfield, and it worked.
Mentioning over 100 yards, he's got 116 already on 2 catches to be exact. That Julian's 10th touchdown pass of the season. Brogan Dempsey's 8th touchdown reception already of the season. 20 catches for the year. And you add his 116 to 396. He's over 500 yards for the year through 4 games. 512 yards receiving for that young man on your screen, number 4. Stepping up big in the absence of William Burgess, a big play guy, not available to the Chargers. And Smithson Valley fielding a kickoff for the first time will take over at its own 25 with 25 seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, if you average it out, Dempsey's on pace for a 400-yard game, 450-yard game. So I'm sure Smithson Valley is going to make some adjustments. You may maybe see 2 guys on him, on Dempsey, just because of how lethal a threat he is when he's out there.
We took you through the Rangers' start to the season, and so far at 2-1. Champion, as mentioned, also 2-1. Beat United South 58-10 and Medina Valley 48-21. Both those on the road. A loss last week right here to Laredo Alexander 35-28. Knutson, give to Pigler right up the middle. Goes past that original line of scrimmage unfazed and then tackled at the 30 in what should be the final play of the opening period.
Yeah, they don't have to run it. They don't want to. It looks like they're just going to let it go to the end of the quarter and switch sides.
Tackle was made by number 23.
Give Pigler 5 more yards.
Corner Thompson as the first quarter comes to a close.
Meaning 40 for the entire game to this point. We're back after this second quarter right here on GVTC. A good one. Champion 7, Smithson Valley 17.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go. Have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, ay, mijo.
Your choice, Abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
Back at Bernie ISD Stadium, a first down play for the Rangers. Hunter Haug getting past the Smithson Valley 45. Are they going to mark him right at the 45? But they're moving the sticks on this pass from Ty Knutson.
Yeah, just a quick hitter for 15 yards. And just when you think you got, if you're champion, you got them kind of bottled up a little, they come and hit you for 15 and move the chains, get near midfield again.
First play of the second quarter. Knutson shotgun. Wick and Haug to his left. Pigler coming right. Cross the 50, still on his feet. Alexander Sansoni able to make the stop, but not until Pigler gets into Charger territory at the 42.
And they're just running right at the champion. Pigler just able to find the open lanes. That time he gets about 12 and another first down for the Rangers.
Sansoni coming in with 14 and a half tackles on the season. Knutson, young man who's already getting interest as a junior in his first year as varsity starter from the likes of A&M, UTSA, Texas Tech, and others. Pigler, another first down carry.
Yeah, just goes straight ahead, and then once he sees a lane, he takes it, he cuts it out, and that time he goes left. And he gets a gain of 12 that time. So he's gashing him 5 to 10 yards a carry every time he touches it.
At the 30, Braxton Sawyer in that fullback spot. Right behind right guard Clinton Goss. Knutson letting it go. Out route, Haug again. 5 yards exactly to the 25.
Yeah, good job by Warwick. He played it pretty well. What a great throw by Knudsen, because you throw out to the corner like that, you got to throw. You can't be late, and you can't throw behind the receiver, and he made a perfect throw that time.
Warwick almost recording his 5th pass breakup. Couldn't quite get there in time, though.
It was really good coverage. It was just a better throw by the quarterback.
Yeah, 7 tackles on the season for Warwick. Good player in the secondary for these Chargers. Trips to the right for Knudsen. Another draw. Up the middle, got a lane toward the 10, puts his shoulders down, and inside the 10 of the Chargers.
Yeah, they're able to get a pretty good push that time up the middle against the Chargers. That looked like a design run. And he gets about 10 yards before he's even touched. So that running lane between the middles is working pretty good for him right now.
Ty looking up and saying, "Where's the call?" I got hit a little bit late. 1st and goal at the 9. Haugen Wick split out to the right side. Piegler spinning his way toward the 5, still on his feet.
Still
Look
going.
at that pile move.
We're going to mark him down at the 1. He just got lost in there, couldn't see where he was, but nice little spin move to extend the play, and then once that pile gets going, he just keeps pushing it forward.
Caleb Piegler, once again on the carry, just tackled just short of the touchdown.
Roman Flugents looking to make that stop before Piegler slipped out of his grasp. So as mentioned, 2nd and goal at the 1, and loads of options here for Larry Hill and his staff. Although Coach Hill not happy about something right here.
Not happy about
I think he
something.
thought maybe that should have been 6. Knudsen shotgun. Sawyer in motion. Corner of the end zone for Brody Wick. Too far. A little too much air under that one.
Yeah, just kind of ran out of real estate in that corner.
Yeah, Brody needing some Victor Wembanyama height.
I
don't know that one.
I don't know if Victor could even caught that one.
I think Victor might have been able to.
He might have. Yeah, he had a chance.
Because Victor's not really 7'5". Victor's like 7'8". I'm convinced. Whatever 7'5" is supposed to look like, he's taller than that.
He makes Tim Duncan look short.
Exactly.
Which is amazing.
3rd and goal at the 1 for the Rangers. There's a snap. Piegler up the gut. Touchdown, Smithson Valley. 4 possessions, 4 scores, a 3rd touchdown.
Well, that run between the tackles we've talked about, it's been there. They've gotten positive yards pretty much every time, and they try to pass in the corner there. This time, let's go back to the bread and butter, what's been working for us, and that's to run up the middle. And big hole for Piegler to run through and put them up 23-7 with the extra point pending.
Amaya on for that 3rd extra point. Money, as always. 8 minutes exactly. Rangers extending the lead, answering the champion score with a touchdown of their own.
24, Chargers 7.
We'll be back after this right here on GVTC.
Have a good one.
Any idea who keeps doing that?
Nope.
Oh. Oil base with the all-weather enamel. Excellent choice. Let me cash your card.
That's a lot of black paint.
It's a pull, not a push. Take your time.
Bernie ISD Stadium, home of both the champion Chargers and the Bernie Greyhounds. Tonight it's the Chargers, who for the 2nd straight week have the benefit of calling the field home for the night. District opener for both, Smithson Valley. In case you're just joining us, jumping out to a 24-7 lead with 8 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Both teams 2-1 coming in, both with playoff aspirations. In the Rangers' case, a state championship to defend. Kickoff taken at the 20, intentionally short by Amaya. And champion will start, well, at right around its own 26, where it would have had that been a touchback.
You mentioned the playoff aspirations. Chargers picked to make the playoffs this year by Dave Campbell. They're picked to finish 4th behind Smithson Valley, Piper, and New Braunfels. They would love to get in, even as the fourth-place team. They'd love to get in.
And that's an excellent point, Kerry, because common sense tells you every team when the season starts has playoff aspirations, right? Everybody, but they're realistic for
some are realistic and some
correct.
aren't.
For some, they're realistic, and for both these two programs, realistic. And you could say year after year that is the case. Pass out to the flat, complete to Nathan Ryan. Good first down pickup for the Chargers on 1st and 10.
Yeah, this is what the Chargers have to do. Just get chunks of yards. Just hit 5-6 yard plays. You don't have to hit the home run like you did earlier, but just got to sustain a drive, keep the offense on the field as long as possible.
Ryan averages 9 yards every time he touches it. Got 6 on that one. Not much though on 2nd and 4.
Well, that front wall of Rangers not giving up a lot on that run game. Chargers have been more effective through the air just because of the pressure that defensive line is putting in that run game.
Zachary Garcia getting the carry on 3rd and 4. Navarrete in trouble again. Dempsey couldn't hold on. Brings up a 4th down.
Yep, he kind of wishes he had that back. He got a hand on it. Good throw by Navarrete under pressure. So he just slips out through the grasp, and he'd like to have that one back.
They spotted Zachary Garcia with a loss of 1 on that previous play, so that was actually 3rd and 5, meaning this is 4th and 5. And again, it's Haug and Noah Johnson standing at their own 40, back to receive the Carter Thompson kick. But Thompson does not kick to them. Instead, angling toward the sideline. In trouble here, and he lets it go complete. 30, 35, 40. A first down for the Chargers. Heads up play, Jackson Denman. Right place, right time, and here comes that Charger offense back on the field.
And it all counts, and that's just how they drew it up, right? Let's get the punter in trouble and then let him scramble and throw the ball, and it worked.
Jackson Denman advances it to the 40-yard line.
Punter did the right thing by not trying to punt the ball while he was wrapped up. He just threw it, and the receiver was right there and gets the first down.
Oh, what's the old saying? Yeah, you got to be good, but you also got to be lucky at times.
It doesn't hurt. I think we got a player with equipment issue or something.
Have my eye on the officials here looking at. It looked like he was coming over the speaker. I don't know if it was just me, but I think I heard him say timeout. Obviously, there's some kind of a stoppage right now. It's why is the question.
Yeah, I don't know if well, I know Thornton came out. He's getting his left knee wrapped. He might have had blood, but I don't know why they'd stop the game for that, seeing now Thornton's going back in, number 25, so I don't know why that wouldn't be a charge timeout.
Owen Thornton plays the wide position for these Chargers. 2 catches, 20 yards on the season for Owen. 5 wide for Champion with new life at the 40. Navarrete in trouble again. Escaping the grasp of just about every single Smithson Valley defensive lineman, which is not easy to do. Truth Duvall L had a shot at him. So did, it appeared, Justin Roberts. Or Kyle Bierman, I should say.
Look how many white jerseys. He escapes one. He's just cutting back. He's looking for a room upfield. There's just not a whole lot. Ran about 20 yards to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Complete here, past the 40, the 35. A good play that ends up in the hands of Zachary Lopez. Came in with 10 catches, did Zach. 97 yards along with 16. This one goes for 7, sets up the 3rd and 3, and Chargers hurrying up to the line.
That's a manageable 3rd down for the Chargers here.
The fake, Navarrete again using those legs. First down.
I tell you, he's running for his life just about on every play. And he's drops back to pass, nothing there, so he tucks and runs. Didn't need but those 3 yards. He ends up getting about 5 on it.
Oh, Julian showing you it's not just about his arm. Came in with 32 carries for 46 yards. Not a great average, but here having to run just to kind of keep plays alive and make something happen. Incomplete there. Ball intended for Nathan Ryan.
Well, Toto got a hand on that one, and very fortunate. He tried to jump that route, and another second sooner, and well, it didn't go in the other way.
The Toto, big play guy for the Smithson Valley Rangers linebacker, 22 tackles coming in. The give, it's Zachary Garcia, nothing there. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson Barnes, first one there for the Rangers. Right now, Chargers just can't get that run game going. They've been more effective through the air, but you don't want to become so one-dimensional that you give up on the run. You got to be able, at some point, you have to be able to run the ball here.
Philip Smith finishing the job for the Rangers on that previous play. 18 tackles coming into tonight. 3rd and 10 at the Ranger 48. Navarrete again under pressure, steps up, running again. Looks to have gained another first down for Champion.
He's got something to say when he got up. And that's just what's there. He decides to tuck and run and gets the first down. And he's running a lot tonight.
Making plays happen even when there appears to be nothing there. And again, against a very good front four, probably the best defensive line. Ball's on the turf. Navarrete, is that ball still loose? No, I think they're going to say that was an incomplete pass.
And the Smithson Valley coaches are saying, no, that wasn't a pass, but we can hear them in the booth next to us. But,
well, go ahead, Kerry.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, he just picks it up and chunks it forward, and they're saying that it was enough of a throw that it wasn't a fumble.
You know what? Honestly, Kerry, if he meant to do that, that's pretty smart because when you're, first of all, when you're in that position, somebody's probably going to knock the ball out of your hands, even if your intention is to just fall on it, right? So he's thinking, let me just shovel it forward. That count as a pass, and that's it. The play's over at that point. 2nd and 10 at the 38.
Uh-oh.
This time, not much there.
Caleb Barrow comes in and wraps him up.
Caleb Barrow, senior defensive end for these Rangers.
These guys are big. That front line, man, they're big.
Yeah, they're not only good, they're big. 7 tackles on the season for Barrow. A gain of 1 for Navarrete. 3rd and 9 at the 37 of Smithson Valley. Handoff. Ball's loose, I believe. It is. Not loose anymore because the Rangers have it. Kyle Bierman with the recovery.
Just not a good exchange between the quarterback and running back that time on that play. It came loose pretty quick. And it's just a scramble for that ball. And Bierman just jumps on it, just kind of Johnny on the spot.
Bierman, a senior defensive tackle for the Rangers. Talked about all night long about how this front four is among the best in the region, not just this area, but in the region. Heck, you could probably go and expand that to state in terms of 6-7 guys in this rotation who are all top quality. Piegler, 2 or 3 yards, awkward end to the play. Good to see him bounce right back up, though.
Got hit up high near the helmet. Doesn't look like he grabbed the face mask or just kind of got hit up high. But they're getting back to the Smithson Valley front four. They're so disruptive. They just disrupt so many plays. And again, 3rd and 9, Chargers trying to run the ball, thinking probably Smithson Valley's going to protect against the pass. Maybe there'd be something underneath, but just not able to work it out.
Knudsen back to pass, looking deep, goes that way. Hunter Haug with a step. Couldn't keep his feet. Was turning one way, tried to turn the other without losing a step, and in the process lost his balance.
Yeah, he's looking over his right shoulder. Throw comes in. Then he tries to turn back to his left, and he actually almost makes the catch right there. It looked like he hit him on the leg, but great effort by the receiver.
Well, just like Champion saw something it liked early on a matchup with Brogan Dempsey, the Rangers have taken shots deep with Howe. 3rd and 8 here at their own 42. 3:47 on the first half clock. Knutson over the middle. Luke Peace complete. Tight ends. Big target, just a sophomore. Another big catch.
He's just kind of that safety valve. Just when they need a first down, they need a sure catch. Just look for Peace, because he's always able to find that zone, it seems like, and just find a soft spot in that zone and just wait for the throw, and always makes nice catches, and that time moves the chains down to the 41.
Knutson with twins to his right. Wick split out wide right. Lone receiver to his left. Piegler gets the call. Coming left. 35-30 has the sideline. Caleb with one player to beat. And down inside the 5.
Well, Chargers don't give up on that play, and because they don't, they're able to stop a touchdown. Just the foot race right there, and you see number 10 come in for the Chargers and gets enough of him to knock him off balance.
Inaki Kosa, safety, free safety, 16 and a half tackles through the first couple weeks of the season going into that Alexander game. Rangers 3:05 and a chance to get this to 30-7 with the extra point afterward. Piegler the get coming right. That Champion front 4 closing up in a hurry.
It's really the first time in a while that Piegler just didn't have anywhere to go. He tried to go right side, almost like a stretch play kind of, and just not able to find any opening there that time. Maybe got a yard.
2nd and goal at the 3. Briley Bowman, the left tackle for the Rangers. Cannon Wheeler, the left guard. Kyle Gugliotta, the returning starter at center. He was a guard last year, though. Clinton Goss, the right guard now. Aiden Verrett, the right tackle. At the 3, 2nd and goal, Knutson shotgun. Draw. And Knutson, who's got 2 passing touchdowns, gets his first through the grounds.
And that's a design quarterback draw. They were going to him from the beginning. So you see him just gets a snap, looks for where the hole is and hits it. And Rangers are rolling right now.
Amaya on for yet another extra point. And he knocks it through. 2:18 remaining, so we'll have a stoppage of play coming at the 2-minute warning here. You getting used to that 2-minute warning yet in high school football, Kerry?
It was very different first time. I didn't even know that they had enacted that this year, and I'm like, why are they stopping the clock? And so I don't think they call it 2-minute warning, though. I think they call it, I don't know what they call it, but I don't think it's 2-minute warning.
They find another thing to call it?
Yeah, whatever. I like it, though. I like it. I mean, it kind of prolongs the game. It gives you basically an extra timeout. So if you have all 3, then you get that 2-minute one, and so you have 4 timeouts.
Amaya, who just knocked in his 21st extra points of the season, on for what will be his 6th kickoff when you include the opening kickoff of the ball game.
I have a sore toe.
This one taken at the 10, so is returnable. Across the 25. And that's right around where the tackle is made. Caleb Farias, the honors. Big play, running back for the Chargers. A big game for Caleb a week ago in that tough loss to Alexander. And you get the feeling if the Chargers are to chip away at this lead. Caleb Farias will prove a big reason why.
And they've got, well, the 2-minute stoppage in 11 seconds of game clock, and then they have 3 timeouts. So we'll see how the Chargers play this.
4 wide on 1st and 10 with 2:11 from their own 26. Navarrete, quick pass. Good blocking. First reception of the night for Kason Reha.
The defender fell down. You see the defender slip. You see him getting up right there, and short gain, but that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Well, we come to whatever they call the 2-minute
whatever
warning
it's called.
in high school football.
On the reception. Tackle was made by number 18.
I'm going to look it up, see what it's called.
Timeout.
1:57 remaining officially, even though it is the AKA 2-minute warning, whatever it is called, is Kerry Barboza, ever the journalist, is looking up to see what it is officially deemed by the UIL. A game in which Smithson Valley jumped on top 17-0, scored on its first 3 possessions. Champion then answered with a huge play. You found it, Kerry?
It's called a 2-minute timeout.
Really?
Yeah.
All of that searching for that. I feel like we were led down a kind of a path that just had a bunch of teases in it.
Well, there's only so many options. It's going to be called 2-minute something. So it's warning, timeout. I guess they didn't want to copy the NFL, so they went to timeout, 2-minute timeout.
Head coach Blaine Ellis, 3rd season as head coach here at Champion. Of course, the defensive coordinator for a decade before he climbed into the head job, looking for a 3rd straight postseason appearance in his 3rd year as the head man. Nice job of evading the tackle upon the catch. It's Reha again. And now, if you're Smithson Valley, you're keeping an eye on this clock, right, Kerry? Because it's 3rd and 5, and you've still got a minute 40 plus.
Right. If Chargers don't get it here, you're going to probably burn a timeout if you're Smithson Valley.
And they don't get it. That Smithson Valley D just ever so aggressive. Kyle Bierman, Hudson Woods, basically holding a team meeting, and Navarrete comes up limping.
Yeah, I hate to see that. I hope he's okay.
Timeout.
Well, he stays down, but there is a timeout, so he's going to get looked at, Navarrete. Lost 5 on that one.
Rangers take the timeout. They still have 2 remaining. And a minute 32, with you would imagine what would be a short field, is forever for them.
Right. And again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where they're at. They can score from anywhere. The longest field, they covered it in their shortest drive as far as time. They did it in 2 plays. So where they're at is doesn't really matter.
You see Navarrete continuing to favor that leg as he was coming off the field. And right in front of me, Alexander Sansoni, number 11, is throwing passes. Now, Ryder Flugents is their listed backup quarterback, but Ryder's young. Ryder's just a freshman.
Yeah, and their backup last year, Garland Whitehead, he's a baseball guy, so he decided to sit out football and just focus on baseball.
Oh, Corton Hornsby was coming on punt.
Oh, he touched it.
That's a live ball. He's acting like he didn't touch it.
They got it either way, but I don't know.
Whoa.
If he touched it. Let's see.
Well, let's see if Noah Johnson touched this.
Hunter,
great camera guard crew out there. No, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either.
But they don't have the instant replay.
Well, I was going to say, you know, the fact that this was still a live ball, the officials thought he did.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. That's the only thing.
Well, and the other Smithson Valley players thought it might have been. That's why that one guy was running after it to try to recover it.
Yeah.
Chargers thought it was.
That's an interesting spot to be in the moment, though, right? Because if you're Noah, if you know you didn't touch it, but then you go after it, you're acting guilty.
Yeah.
And you're letting the officials know, you're telling them, yes, I touched it.
Right.
If you don't, then maybe at least one of the officials says, no, he didn't touch it. I saw it. He didn't touch it. Incomplete, intended for Haug on the slant. 2nd and 10 coming at the 24 for the Rangers.
Rangers have enough time. They can still run the ball. They got 2 timeouts in minute 17, so that's been very effective for the Smithson Valley offense. Is just their ability to run the ball. And interesting, their offensive coordinator, Josh Atkins, he was with the Chargers the last few years. He played at Smithson Valley, played at UTSA, was coaching at Champion. Last few years, Smithson Valley had an opening, and he went over there.
Wonderful career for both the Rangers as Brody Wick gets his 2nd completion of the night.
Knee was down.
Knee is down, and so the play rule dead at the 31. It's a gain of 7. 3rd and 3 coming.
Brody Wick on the reception. Tackle also made by number 19, that's Jackson Denham. Timeout.
Well, Rangers look like they called a timeout. 3rd and 4. If you can stop them, I think you force them to punt. I don't think they go for it on 4th down from their own 30 with a minute to go. So
right.
If you can get a stop here, maybe a chance to get the ball back, and you do have a timeout. Or, excuse me, you have all 3.
Yes, the Chargers have all 3.
Yeah, because Smithson Valley burned 2 once after they got that 4th down stop. Or 3rd, yeah, that, and then make them punt, and then that one right now.
Well, on the Champion sideline, the aforementioned Ryder Flugents is warming up. He wears number 7, and he's warming up as the trainers were working on Navarrete's foot. Julian on the training table still. Got off it momentarily, but right back on it.
Yeah, he's got his shoe off.
Yeah, they appear to be looking at that left ankle. 3rd and 3. 102, a chance for the Champion defense to get off the field. Give their, another shot. Penalty markers.
There'll be procedure on the Rangers. A little bit of movement.
False start on Smithson Valley. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
So 3rd and 3 becomes 3rd and 8 at their own 26.
I thought on 3rd and 3 that they would run the ball. They were going to throw. Now I think at 3rd and 8 you pretty much have to throw.
Two receivers out to our side. Wick far side. Piegler in the slot. Hunter Haug, the lone receiver, to the left. And they start the play clock. Thought for an issue, maybe that was a concern again. Wick, the intended receiver, 1st down catch. Hanging on despite the hit. Rangers now at the 39. Make it the 40.
Denman with the nice catch.
Line up in a hurry. There's the snap. Knutson looking right. Here's Haug. Midfield could not get out of bounds, so the clock continues to run. He is in the Charger territory. They'll stop the clock momentarily as the sticks move. 46 seconds. Now the clock starts again. Wick lined up. There's the snap. Champion wants a timeout.
Timeout, Champion.
That's their first of the first half, so 2 remaining for them.
Yeah, that's not bad. 38 seconds, and you still have 3 timeouts. They've hit a couple big pass plays. Why not call a timeout? Let the defense kind of get their breath, kind of settle everybody down, talk about what's happened on those last 2 plays.
We're talking about Blaine Ellis a little while ago and their Charger coaching staff. Go ahead, Kerry.
There he is right there to the right. He's letting his guys coach. He's letting his defensive coaches coach. You see him walking at the 40, 41. He's kind of listening in to see what they say, but he's always around.
It's a staff that includes Alan Ford, Tyler Mangold, Ben Woodchick, John Euchre, Roberto Garibay, Chris Trolio, Mitchell Coker, Daniel Lawrence, Brett Marthas, Chandler Patterson, Joey Guntu, Marcus Fontenot, Michael Harbuck, Jeff Dupree, Jeff Menchie, Colton Chumbley, Mike Blackman, and Cameron Eller on a staff for Coach Ellis, who in his first year at the helm went 8-3. Lost in that first round to College Station 51-28 a year ago. Lost to Piper in the first round of the playoffs 69-27. 5-6 overall, 2-5 in district play. Snap, across the middle, intended for Peace, and incomplete.
Well, one thing that timeout did for the Chargers, maybe it's kind of slowed down the rhythm. They were kind of, Smithson Valley was kind of in a rhythm there, hitting passes that time. Throw was a little off, so maybe that was a effective timeout there just to kind of disrupt their timing.
Second and 10 here at the 46 of the Chargers. Sawyer goes in motion. Braxton going out left. Knutson looking left sideline. Hunter Hogg there again, deep. Incomplete. Good defense.
Yeah, well defended.
Credit Brooks Warwick. We've said his name several times tonight.
Newton's pass was intended for number 4. That's Hunter Hogg.
Senior defensive back.
You see how he gets a step or two, but works right there, and he's close enough. There's some body contact, but not enough to.
But Champion wants another timeout. Go ahead, Kerry.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, it did just great coverage, like you said.
Work. You can probably credit him with another pass breakup on that. That'd give him 5 on the season. If not an official pass breakup, maybe he didn't officially get a hand on the ball. I don't know exactly how you score that, but if not a pass breakup, then certainly fantastic coverage.
He's had a busy night, or he has the task of trying to guard Haug on some of the plays, and Haug's obviously a very good receiver, and did a good job right there on that play. So that was third down. Champion had a couple guys way back. They had guys 30 yards off, so let's see how they play it once they get back out there and they talk about this.
28 seconds left on the first half clock. The Rangers have 1 timeout, as do the Chargers. At the 46, and especially with a kicker who has the leg that Amaya does.
Well, we saw on that kick earlier that his kick field goal would have been good from 50 plus. I mean, it was up high on the uprights. See, they have Chargers. Look at their defense. They have 3 guys back at the 20-yard line.
3rd and 10. Stop route for Wick, incomplete.
Well, what do you do if you're the Rangers? 4th and 10. You're at your own 42, or excuse me, 46. Do you punt and back him up, or do you go for it? Looks like they're just going to try to back him up, bring the punter out, and make him try to go the length of the field with 23 seconds and 1 timeout.
Amaya on for his first punt in the Rangers' first offensive possession that does not turn into points in this first half. Line drive kick, Ranger bounce, slight one. Time ticks off the clock as the Rangers down it at the 11. 12 seconds remaining, and now, if you're Champion, do you even bother?
11 seconds with 1 timeout.
Especially, and I'm keeping my eye out as to who's running out there at quarterback. Julian Navarrete no longer on the trainer's table.
I think you just maybe hand off, see if something can happen, but no, actually it's Flugents out there.
Ryder Flugents, number 7.
I think you just hand off here. Well, let's see. Maybe they want to take a chance here.
In the shotgun at quarterback. His own 11. There's the hand. Good gain up the middle. Some nice bit of running for Zachary Garcia. His best carry of the night. And the clock stops so the sticks can move, and That does it for the first 24 minutes.
Zachary Garcia and the carry.
At the break,
Tackles made by number 95,
Smithson Valley scoring on all but one of their offensive possessions. Champion getting a huge play to get them on the board. We're back with halftime, and then after that, second half action right here on GVTC. Smithson Valley 31, Champion 7, right here on the GVTC High School Football Game of the Week.
You know, everyone's lifestyle inside is all connected through Wi-Fi. Your IoT devices, your TV, the streamers, the gamers. And we in Texas, we love being out in the backyard. We love extending, I think, what we do inside to the outside. Whether it's grilling, whether it's swimming, hanging out at night, listening to music, the outdoor Wi-Fi product really extends that Wi-Fi in your lifestyle to the outdoors. We think about connecting products like your security cameras that you can get through GVTC. Talk about your smart lights, your smart speakers. It's the she shed outside, right? For all the women who love to do projects outside, just the same as a workshop. Wherever you want to connect your Wi-Fi, it really is taking the best of the indoor premium Wi-Fi and extending it outdoors into whatever lifestyle that you have.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go. Have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, ay, mijo.
Your choice, Abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
The thing that immediately comes to mind was having the honor and the privilege, really, to refresh our brand recently. To me, it was more than just colors and making things look pretty. It was really shaping the way the company was being portrayed for the people that worked so hard within the company and creating something that they could be proud of.
I guess landing a major account has empowered me. Being able to close on 2 large accounts that I had worked with gave me kind of a more of a boost. It solidified that I am a good salesperson.
It is such a wonderful feeling when you give information, you provide information to your supervisor, to your manager, and they trust the information you're giving them.
I think just thinking recently when I became manager, there's so many things when I've been here where I've always had to ask somebody else. Can I do this or can I do that? Even as supervisor, can I do this for my employees? And so just being able to be like, okay, I'm the one now. I'm the one that gets to make the decisions. I'm the one that gets to make, decide these things. So.
We're really good at helping each other as women, and I think that the more people that look out for each other, I think.
It's important to keep us in the talks of decision making. Having our perspective on things is almost quintessential at this point in time. I feel like we add a lot to the table.
I think that women in general, we have to bring each other up and not tear each other down. I mean, unfortunately in our society, too many people are quick to tear people down, and sometimes women are the worst with other women. We're all in the same game. We all need to lift each other up and inspire each other and, do what we can to help them learn and grow.
Everything is gonna be okay, girl. Just take a deep breath, because everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine.
Always believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, always strive to do your best, and always remember what you put out there definitely follows you. So always try to strive to do your best and show what you can do to encourage growth in yourself and to succeed.
Just be you. At the end of the day, don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to live anybody else's dream.
Don't try to live through anybody else. Just be you.
Gavin, appreciate you joining us again. I'm Chris Cooley. We're here from the GVTC Foundation, and we wanted to talk to you about the scholarship you applied for with us, the CTE, the Career and Technical Education Scholarship. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
Where did you find out about this scholarship from? How did you hear about it?
Actually, one of my friends texted it to me just because they knew I participated in the CTEs.
Well, let me tell you, that is a very good friend, because we're here to tell you you have won the 2025 GVTC Foundation $7,500 CTE scholarship. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
I think.
Well, sorry to call you down to the office. This is Chris Cooley. We're here with the GVTC Foundation. We wanted to talk to you about the Ola Armstrong Scholarship that you applied for. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you've applied for quite a few, right? There's a lot of scholarships out there, but we're here to tell you that you are the recipient of the 2025 $15,000 Ola Armstrong Scholarship from the GVTC Foundation. Congratulations to you.
I couldn't be more proud. Thank you so much.
Well, hello, Riley. This is Chris Cooley here from the GVTC Foundation. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Well, sorry to catch you on the road.
No, you're good.
We looks like you're in trouble here. There's a lot of people here, but we've got some questions about your application. This is regarding our GVTC Foundation Richie T. Sorrells Scholarship.
Yes, sir.
Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir, it does.
I'm sure you filled out a lot of applications. We see you're on the road. I know you're coming back from a school trip, so we'll jump right to it and tell you congratulations. You are the recipient of the 2025 GVTC Foundation $25,000 Richie T. Sorrells Scholarship. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I was not expecting this.
Well, I plan on going into graphic design at Texas State University, and hopefully afterwards being able to use that in my own career experience and hopefully start a business or work through a business, learning on that.
Well, I just want to start by saying thank you to the GVTC Foundation again for giving me this opportunity. It will go a long way in helping pay for college by covering just a chunk of my first semester or more. I'm planning to do something with math, not quite sure yet, but perhaps actuarial science, and this will definitely help further my education in that. So thank you very much again.
So this is going to go towards my education at Texas A&M University. I plan to major in animal science and pursue a career in veterinary medicine, whether that be through working in a vet clinic or product development and research. It's been a passion of mine for many, many years, and I plan to pursue that further in the future. I want to say thank y'all so much for all that y'all do to support youth development in our community. It means so much to me and countless other youth, and it really encourages youth in our community, whether that by acknowledging their leadership, community service, and hard work. So I just want to say thank you for everything that y'all do to support youth in our community. It means so much to me and countless others.
Congratulations to all of you, to the students and to your parents as well. It's a big day for y'all, but it's also a really big day for all of us. As Richie mentioned, this is who we are. So I think for us, you know, what we can do in the community, investing in the students, to have a day like this, to be able to come and see the faces, and see, and I know the people that get to award these, they get to see the real surprises when you guys get, which is great. I think they video that so we can see it too. But it's just a great day for all of us. And so glad y'all are here to all celebrate this together.
I'm Sonia Aguion, president of the GVTC Foundation. I've been with the GVTC Foundation since 2008 and have been working actively since then.
My name is Ashley Burton. I joined the GVTC Foundation Board of Directors in 2024. I am the treasurer. So I am the financial lady, we call it, well, I call it Assets with Ashley.
Volunteering was part of our everyday life at home. Growing up, my parents often had us volunteering out in the community or helping someone. And so when the GVTC Foundation had an opportunity, I was encouraged by Ola Armstrong, then the president of the GVTC Foundation, and it was a perfect fit for me.
As a whole, we lead the foundation. We are leading community-driven events. I would say we're kind of like the face of the foundation in a way. We're going to events, we're talking with the leaders of the nonprofits. We're making sure that the face of the foundation is positive.
We are 100% operated by GVTC employee volunteers. Our board and our volunteers are employees of GVTC who choose to make an impact in the communities, and therefore they volunteer their time not having much overhead at all for our organization. In fact, 98 cents of every dollar raised goes right back out to our community.
Believe it or not, customer donations are actually matched by GVTC at 100%. So if a customer just rounds up their bill to the next dollar, and let's just say it's 36 cents, GVTC will match that 36 cents.
87% of GVTC employees contribute through payroll deduction. 100% of GVTC directors also contribute and support our program. GVTC generously matches those two funding pots at 150%. We organize quarterly work days where our employees are given time off from GVTC to go out and do hands-on work with some of our partners out in the community.
The last one we went to Hill Country Daily Bread. And what I love about Hill Country Daily Bread is that if you go there and you say, I need a bag of food, you will leave that place with a bag of food. My favorite event, there are several events that I love, but I think my favorite is Thanksgiving Give Back, hands down. When you don't realize how much need there is in the community, and I'm gonna get choked up, that the looks on these people's faces when you are handing them this bag of food, it's like you just made their year. For a lot of these people, that's not what happens. And we make their holiday. We make their year, and it's such a good feeling.
You know, everyone's lifestyle inside is all connected through Wi-Fi. Your IoT devices, your TV, the streamers, the gamers. And we in Texas, we love being out in the backyard. We love extending, I think, what we do inside to the outside. Whether it's grilling, whether it's swimming, hanging out at night, listening to music, the outdoor Wi-Fi product really extends that Wi-Fi in your lifestyle to the outdoors. We think about connecting products like your security cameras that you can get through GVTC. Talk about your smart lights, your smart speakers. It's the she shed outside, right? For all the women who love to do projects outside, just the same as a workshop. Wherever you want to connect your Wi-Fi, it really is taking the best of the indoor premium Wi-Fi and extending it outdoors into whatever lifestyle that you have.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go, have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, ay, mijo.
Your choice, Abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
The thing that immediately comes to mind was having the honor and the privilege, really, to refresh our brand recently. To me, it was more than just colors and making things look pretty. It was really shaping the way the company was being portrayed for the people that worked so hard within the company, and creating something that they could be proud of.
I guess landing a major account has empowered me. Being able to close on 2 large accounts that I had worked with gave me kind of a more of a boost. It solidified that I am a good salesperson.
It is such a wonderful feeling when you give information, you provide information to your supervisor, to your manager, and they trust the information you're giving them.
I think just thinking recently when I became manager, there's so many things when I've been here where I've always had to ask somebody else. Can I do this or can I do that? Even as supervisor, can I do this for my employees? And so just being able to be like, okay, I'm the one now. I'm the one that gets to make the decisions. I'm the one that gets to make, decide these things. So.
We're really good at helping each other as women, and I think that the more people that look out for each other, I think.
It's important to keep us in the talks of decision making. Having our perspective on things is almost quintessential at this point in time. I feel like we add a lot to the table.
I think that women in general, we have to bring each other up and not tear each other down. I mean, unfortunately in our society, too many people are quick to tear people down, and sometimes women are the worst with other women. We're all in the same game. We all need to lift each other up and inspire each other and, do what we can to help them learn and grow.
Everything is gonna be okay, girl. Just take a deep breath, because everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine.
Always believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, always strive to do your best, and always remember what you put out there definitely follows you. So always try to strive to do your best and show what you can do to encourage growth in yourself and to succeed.
Just be you. At the end of the day, don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to live anybody else's dream. Don't try to live through anybody else. Just be you.
Gavin, appreciate you joining us again. I'm Chris Cooley. We're here from the GVTC Foundation, and we want to talk to you about the scholarship you applied for with us, the CTE, the Career and Technical Education Scholarship. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
Where did you find out about this scholarship from? How did you hear about it?
Actually, one of my friends texted it to me just because they knew I participated in the CTEs.
Well, let me tell you, that is a very good friend, because we're here to tell you you have won the 2025 GVTC Foundation $7,500 CTE Scholarship. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
I think.
Well, sorry to call you down to the office. This is Chris Cooley. We're here with the GVTC Foundation. We wanted to talk to you about the Ola Armstrong Scholarship that you applied for. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you've applied for quite a few, right? There's a lot of scholarships out there, but we're here to tell you that you are the recipient of the 2025 $15,000 Ola Armstrong Scholarship from the GVTC Foundation. Congratulations to you.
I couldn't be more proud. Thank you so much.
Well, hello, Riley. This is Chris Cooley here from the GVTC Foundation. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Well, sorry to catch you on the road.
No, you're good.
We looks like you're in trouble here. There's a lot of people here, but we've got some questions about your application. This is regarding our GVTC Foundation Richie T. Sorrells Scholarship.
Yes, sir.
Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir, it does.
I'm sure you filled out a lot of applications. We see you're on the road. I know you're coming back from a school trip, so we'll jump right to it and tell you congratulations. You are the recipient of the 2025 GVTC Foundation $25,000 Richie T. Sorrell Scholarship. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I was not expecting this.
Well, I plan on going into graphic design at Texas State University, and hopefully afterwards being able to use that in my own career experience and hopefully start a business or work through a business, learning on that.
Well, I just want to start by saying thank you to the GVTC Foundation again for giving me this opportunity. It will go a long way in helping pay for college by covering just a chunk of my first semester or more. I'm planning to do something with math, not quite sure yet, but perhaps actuarial science, and this will definitely help further my education in that. So thank you very much again.
So this is going to go towards my education at Texas A&M University. I plan to major in animal science and pursue a career in veterinary medicine, whether that be through working in a vet clinic or product development and research. It's been a passion of mine for many, many years, and I plan to pursue that further in the future. I want to say thank you all so much for all that y'all do to support youth development in our community. It means so much to me and countless other youth, and it really encourages youth in our community, whether that by acknowledging their leadership, community service, and hard work. So I just want to say thank you for everything that y'all do to support youth in our community. It means so much to me and countless others.
Congratulations to all of you, to the students and to your parents as well. It's a big day for y'all, but it's also a really big day for all of us. As Richie mentioned, this is who we are. So I think for us, you know, what we do in the community and investing in the students, to have a day like this, to be able to come and see the faces, and I know the people that get to award these, they get to see the real surprises when you guys go, which is great. I think they video that so we can see it too. But it's just a great day for all of us. And so glad y'all are here to all celebrate this together.
I'm Sonia Aguillon, president of the GVTC Foundation. I've been with the GVTC Foundation since 2008 and have been working actively since then.
My name is Ashley Burton. I joined the GVTC Foundation Board of Directors in 2024. I am the treasurer. So I am the financial lady, we call it, well, I call it Assets with Ashley.
Volunteering was part of our everyday life at home. Growing up, my parents often had us volunteering out in the community or helping someone. And so when the GVTC Foundation had an opportunity, I was encouraged by Ola Armstrong, then the president of the GVTC Foundation, and it was a perfect fit for me.
As a whole, we lead the foundation. We are leading community-driven events. I would say we're kind of like the face of the foundation in a way. We're going to events, we're talking with the leaders of the nonprofits, we're making sure that the face of the foundation is positive.
We are 100% operated by GVTC employee volunteers. Our board and our volunteers are employees at GVTC who choose to make an impact in the communities, and therefore they volunteer their time not having much overhead at all for our organization. In fact, 98 cents of every dollar raised goes right back out to our community.
Believe it or not, customer donations are actually matched by GVTC at 100%. So if a customer just rounds up their bill to the next dollar, and let's just say it's 36 cents, GVTC will match that 36 cents.
87% of GVTC employees contribute through payroll deduction. 100% of GVTC directors also contribute and support our program. GVTC generously matches those two funding pots at 150%. We organize quarterly work days where our employees are given time off from GVTC to go out and do hands-on work with some of our partners out in the community.
The last one we went to Hill Country Daily Bread. And what I love about Hill Country Daily Bread is that if you go there and you say, I need a bag of food, you will leave that place with a bag of food. My favorite event, there are several events that I love, but I think my favorite is Thanksgiving Give Back, hands down. When you don't realize how much need there is in the community, and I'm gonna get choked up, that the looks on these people's faces when you are handing them this bag of food, it's like you just made their year. For a lot of these people, that's not what happens. And we make their holiday. We make their year, and it's such a good feeling.
You know, everyone's lifestyle inside is all connected through Wi-Fi. Your IoT devices, your TV, the streamers, the gamers. And we in Texas, we love being out in the backyard. We love extending, I think, what we do inside to the outside. Whether it's grilling, whether it's swimming, hanging out at night, listening to music, the outdoor Wi-Fi product really extends that Wi-Fi in your lifestyle to the outdoors. We think about connecting products like your security cameras that you can get through GVTC. Talk about your smart lights, your smart speakers. It's the she shed outside, right? For all the women who love to do projects outside, just the same as a workshop. Wherever you want to connect your Wi-Fi, it really is taking the best of the indoor premium Wi-Fi and extending it outdoors into whatever lifestyle that you have.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go, have a good time. What's this?
Just come.
Start of the second half, just moments away, right here on GVTC. The Smithson Valley Rangers have made their way onto the field. You see Champion about to run through its inflatable, take the field in a ball game. They trail Smithson Valley 31-7. District 13, 5A in Division 1. District opener for both squads. Both 2-1 heading into tonight's ball game. Champion coming off a loss last week to Laredo Alexander after having beaten Laredo United South and Medina Valley. Smithson Valley coming in off a win against Madison 42-10 after splitting their first two, beating Roosevelt 62-6, and then falling to Brandon in week 2 30-21. And the question for the Champion Chargers centers on how you stop or at least try to cool off a Ranger offense that has these kinds of numbers. Ty Knutson, the quarterback, 12 of 20 for 168, 2 touchdowns through the air, 4 rushes, 29 yards, and another touchdown on the ground. Caleb Piegler, 14 carries, 114 yards. Kerry Barbosa, a touchdown, a reception for 5 yards. Hunter Haug, 4 catches, 97 yards, including a touchdown, 2 rushes for 11. Brody Wick, 3 catches, 38 yards. And Luke Peace, 2 catches, 36 yards. When you add all that up, you get to 31 points, including a Trent Amaya field goal to go with his 4 extra points. And it's 31-7, Champion kicking off, down 24 to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I was curious. This first time for me to see the Rangers this year. And I know they graduated a lot on offense and brought a lot back on defense just to see how they would look. And tell you, they haven't missed a whole lot. I mean, they don't look like they graduated a whole lot and have been hurt by graduation. They scored on their first 5 drives, and they've been able to hold champion to 1 touchdown. That was a great touchdown by the Chargers, cut it 17-7 end of the first quarter, but then Smithson Valley gets those 2 touchdowns in that second, kind of gets some separation there right before the half.
We'll hit on just how they've managed to replace guys that for many other programs would be irreplaceable here following the first kickoff by Carter Thompson to begin the second half, goes out of bounds. So when you look at Smithson Valley, to Kerry's point, they lost their starting quarterback from a year ago, Cade Spradling, who also played linebacker for him. They lost their leading rusher from a year ago, Brad Sowersby. They lost their leading receiver from a year ago, Brody Day. By the way, it looks like Champion's going to make Smithson Valley kick again. That's the option. So you get the options, right? When the kickoff goes out of bounds, it's not automatically just a penalty and you take the ball. It's the option of either the 30, or you advance it to where the ball went out of, past the ball were out of bounds, or you make them re-kick. But finishing that thought there, Kerry, is they lost those 3 high-powered guys offensively, and they've plugged them in with Caleb Piegler, who played defense last year. He's now the starting running back. Hunter Haug was a starting corner last year. They moved him to receiver. He still starts at defensive back, but now he's also starting a receiver. And Ty Knudsen, who got some time last year, he'd get a couple of series intentionally every single game last year. He's now the guy as a junior, and they've just plugged him in and continue to roll along through these first 4 games. Now they do have the one loss, as mentioned, but it's to a Brennan program that many feel might be the best team in Greater San Antonio right now.
Yeah, and I was talking to Coach Ellis about it, and I said, well, the Rangers do have a loss. And he said, yeah, but it was to Brennan. Brennan's good. So he wasn't thinking that they're going to be, any kind of pushover here. They knew what they were getting into.
Carter Thompson this time from his own 35.
Uh-oh. He's down.
And there's the knees down. Yep.
That's happened about 3 times tonight for the Rangers, where 3 or 4 where the knee is down.
Builds the kickoff.
Down at the 6, of course. With their explosiveness, that doesn't mean a whole lot.
First and 10.
So this easily the worst starting field position for Smithson Valley tonight. But as Kerry has noted throughout the first half, with their big play offense, it almost doesn't matter where they start from. Big plays in that first half. Got a 61-yard touchdown from Knudsen to Hogg, which was their second score of the night. Another one in which Trent Amaya was able to come on and boot a 42-yard field goal. Otherwise, nice drives that it ended in short touchdowns. First down completion here on 1st and 10. Out toward the sideline, it's Haug with his first touch of the second half.
Just a lot of cushion between the defender and the receiver. He kind of closes in at the end, his work. But again, and this is something Smithson Valley did well in this first half, where first down for them, on their first 3 drives, they got big gains and moved the chains on the first play.
Knudsen, good size, good arm. Already interest from A&M, Texas Tech, UTSA here at home. Caleb Piegler's first carry of the second half. Good for right around 8 yards. 2nd and 2 at the 31.
Piegler's getting up. Watch him run the ball. He gets a little slow there. I don't know if he tweaked something that time, but he's kind of hopping around a little bit back there in that backfield, trying to work it out. But you can see him kind of not putting a whole lot of weight on that leg.
Well, you can see on the sideline, Gunnar Showquist, there he is, favoring what looks to be his left leg. Gunnar Showquist, backup running back, making his way toward the front of the sideline there moments ago as Knudsen tries to run for a first down. Can't quite get there. Tackled inbound. Brady Giles among the Chargers there for the stop.
Piegler's coming out that time. So he's going to go look at him. But, you know, we talk about how explosive they are, even though they graduated all these players. You mentioned all these guys that they lost. They're just the type of program. They're at the level where you hear the cliche of they don't rebuild, they reload. That's just kind of what they do. That's what programs like this do. They just kind of plug in guys, get them experience. Then when the starter ahead of them leaves, then they just plug them in, and they're ready to go.
On 3rd and 4, Gunnar Sjöquist, the carry, fights his way for first down yardage. 9 carries on the season for Gunnar, 36 yards, averages 4 yards every time he touches it. Needed 4, he got more than that for a new set of downs.
Yeah, that would have been a big stop for the Charger defense if they would have come up with that in 4th down. They would have forced them to punt. 'Cause I don't think you go for it in 4th down at your own 35 or whatever, but it was a huge first down by the Rangers to keep the clock rolling and move the chains.
Gunnar, just a sophomore, and accentuating Kerry's point of reload, he comes right in and on the first play and filling Caleb Peeler's shoes, picks up a big first down. Only a yard here. Nice job by that champion defense of getting to the ball in a hurry. Alexander Sansoni's been in on so many tackles tonight. There again, 14.5 tackles for that young man coming into tonight.
Looks like Sjöquist slipped on that one.
Picked up a yard before he did.
We've seen that a couple times of some of their backs kind of losing their footing out there.
2nd and 9 at the 39. How complete. Picks up a block from Isaiah Reggie. Couldn't quite spring him though.
Sansone is in there, Warwick's in there, and this is the play they ran earlier that went for a touchdown that got called back on the penalty, but they do a great job that time of just limiting to about 3 yards on that one.
Rangers tonight without one of their starting receivers, Quinton Sampson, while Haug is their leading receiver. Sampson, a big play guy, although Haug has made a couple of big plays already this season, touchdowns of 75 and 66. But Sampson, as dynamic a player as the Rangers have had in a while, says Coach Larry Hill. Knutson under pressure, and for one of the few times tonight, the Chargers able to get to him. Fantastic job of pursuit, and then the sack for Brooks.
Well, they brought the blitz that time and just able to get to him, and just not a lot of room for Knutson. And then if they were going to go for it, that went out the window with the sack because they went from the 42 back to the 35. So that 7-yard loss definitely it puts them in a punting situation.
After scoring on their first 5 possessions of the ball game, the Rangers now punting on their last 2. Right before they have, Trent Amaya came on to his first punt. This is second, a good one, rolls out of bounds inside the champion 20. Make it the 25 because they're going to get it at the 21.
Half of that was roll. It just kept rolling. And when you don't feel the punt, that's what happens. That's the downside of not fielding the punt. If it's got a good roll, you know, it could hurt you.
So Julian Navarrete dinged in the first half. An apparent ankle injury. Saw him on crutches here as the team made its way out of the locker room, meaning quarterback is freshman Ryder Flugents. On his first snap, the give, good seam toward the right side. Nice little pickup on 1st and 10. Caleb Farias with the get. And like they did in the first half, champion hurrying to the line. Snap. Farias again. This time hit right around the line of scrimmage. Devin DeToto there for the initial contact.
How about Flugents, just as a freshman, like you said, he was in middle school last year, and then he's a freshman and makes varsity. If you'd have said, hey, in your first game you're going to play, you're going to be facing the defending state champs. So.
This is first time back to pass, lets it go, sideline under pressure, out of bounds. Welcome to varsity football against this front 4.
Incomplete. 4th down.
Like I said, just think he was playing middle school ball last year. There's Julian on the sideline. There's Stan Leach, the athletic director, walking around. And Julian doesn't look like he's coming back anytime soon. Got that left ankle wrap. Hopefully he's okay going the rest of the district season.
Julian entering the night 53 of 70 for 752 yards. There's a punt for Carter Thompson. It's a high one. Hunter Haug, a return, met by a wall of Chargers at right around the 44. Good special teams pursuit. In on that tackle, Braden O'Neill.
I think some of the Charger fans felt like that was a block in the back, but
Making the tackle for champion was number 9.
talking to, you see Blaine Ellis out there talking to the official. I think he's asking about that. Like, why wasn't that a block in the back?
Well, the quarterback, Ryder Flugents, the younger brother of Roman Flugents, a junior middle linebacker, plays the Mike spot for these Chargers.
They had a sister, I believe, that played basketball for the Chargers back a couple years ago.
Hey, Coach Ellis telling us Ryder's a special kid, special athlete. There's a reason he's on varsity as a freshman, and now the starting quarterback. Piegler back in there for Smithson Valley. To midfield. Gain of 7 on 1st and 10.
Not a first down like they've been doing on their first play, but Piegler got tripped up there at the very end, but do get 7, so this makes 2nd and 3rd. Playbook is wide open here.
On 2nd and 3 at the 50. Knutson, Piegler again. Another first down. Picked up 4.
Just moves his way through the hole so well, and I think at this point, Rangers wouldn't mind scoring some more, but I don't think they wouldn't mind just kind of slowing this game down and just kind of keep the clock running. And you're up comfortably, you're up 3 scores, and so just try to shorten this half as much as possible.
But Champions try to play with pace, quick, very quick pace offensively. Out route, incomplete. They were looking for Jacob Kirk on the out route. His first target, Jacob, along with Isaiah Reggie getting some action here to start the second half.
A little bit of a rush on that throw that time by the quarterback, but
2nd and 10.
Good defense by the Chargers that time.
Both of those receivers I just mentioned, Reggie and Kirk, they've seen time in the second half for these Rangers here in 2025. It's just that Smithson Valley's been up by a ton in those second halves when they've come in. Here, it's a 24-point lead. Yes, so still a big lead, but not as big as it's been in games past. Getting some action, Knutson, first down inside the 35.
Well, that time, Knutson had Braxton Sawyer, number 28. Watch him. He's just kind of his lead blocker there. See him. And just, that was a run play from the beginning.
Braxton, a senior fullback. So instrumental for these Rangers. Not a guy that gets the ball a whole lot. As a matter of fact, not a single rush attempt for Braxton Sawyer this season.
Yeah, when he released, I wonder if he's just going out for a pass, but he never turned back, so he wasn't even going out for a pass. He was just the lead blocker on that play.
Young man who does all the dirty work. Kinds of guys you need on good teams. That through the hands, and I jinxed him.
You jinxed him. You talked about him, and he dropped it. He heard you. Come on, Hector.
I'm sorry, Braxton. That's totally my fault.
Number 28, that's Braxton Sawyer.
That would have been his first touch of any kind, rushing or receiving this season.
Well, he did touch it, just didn't hold on to it.
Well played. Well played. Technically, he does get his first touch of the year. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Rangers. They're at the 33 of Champion. Jacob Kirk here to our side. Knutson, delay, handoff. Piegler, had a lane if he didn't slip.
Seen that a few times, guys slipping. Mostly for the Rangers, though. Maybe they're just not used to this turf. It's pretty new turf, though. See him right there, just kind of leg pops out from under him.
They need to get to the 23 They're at the 27, so 3rd and 4. Plenty of time on the play clock. It's just now under 25.
And they're taking their time, right? They're not in a hurry. They're just trying to shorten this game and burn some clock.
Kirk and Brody Wick, the receivers, to our side. Whistles. Smithson Valley wants to talk.
Timeout, Smithson Valley.
And you talk about a program like we were saying, you kind of reload, not necessarily rebuild every year, and that becomes the expectation level of the players in the program. Even the young guys, they know that they're going to get a chance to step up into somebody's role. And even the guys, you mentioned all those guys, a lot of them playing in college that were part of the championship team last year. Well, those guys, when they came in, they had to take over for guys who had been the guy, right? So it was their turn to step up. So now you got the younger guys that are having to step up and take over for those guys, and it's just built within the program. It's a culture there. They're having that program, and expectations are real high for a winning program like that.
It is a program that has won 85% of its games dating back to 1997.
I know Larry Smith played for a few state championships, and last year was the first one they won, but he's been there a few times. So
5 times to be exact.
Yeah,
went in 2001, went back in 2002, 2004, made it 3 times in 4 years, and then he's been back the last 2 years, including winning it all in 2024. 3rd and 4, Piegler, first down.
Hits that left side, and again, another lane for him. He's an upright back. He likes to run upright, but it's effective for him, and it works. Every back has their own kind of style, the way they run.
Ball at the 22. Spiegler continues what's been a very productive night. Started the half with 114 yards. He's north of 140 right now. They fake it to him. Knutson looking for Kirk initially in the corner. This one for Wick. Incomplete. Good coverage. Anaki Kosa, the safety for the Chargers, defending.
Another second sooner, and Kosa maybe going the other way. Might have had a pick 6 on his hands. That play was well defended, though. They faked to Piegler, and they bring in pressure. They put Knutson under pressure. Kind of has to get rid of it, and then Kosa with a nice defensive play in the secondary.
Much more than just a football here under the lights. 2nd and 10 at the 22. Knutson, again design draw, gets across to 20. I think they're going to give him 4 by the time they spot the football. 3rd and 6.
And like you said, that's a design play. That's the one he scored on in the first half, just a quarterback draw. Usually on those draws, you kind of hesitate a second or two just to kind of let it clear out. And you try to hit one of the holes. That time he hit it pretty fast, but gets 4 out of it.
And Kerry, you mentioned the Rangers very much content with just salting this game away. We're under 2:40 here to go in quarter number 3. Knutson through the air. Brody Wick complete for near first down yardage, but there's a marker.
They came out from the official way back there by the goal line. So see what he saw. I think it's on the Rangers, but let's see.
Here comes the call.
Oh, sideline warning. They were pointing towards the Rangers, just telling them back up. So next time it'll be the play will stand. Next time that happens, it'll be a penalty.
David Aggleton, our referee tonight, brings up 4th and a yard for the Rangers at the 13. Offense on the field. Knutson shotgun, Sawyer in front of him to his right, Piegler behind him. Caleb gets it. First down.
Well, they just need 1 yard. And Piegler's gotten, I don't know what his average is tonight. He's getting at least 5 on every carry. Rangers took over a minute or 6:46. So this is a 5-minute drive at this point.
First and goal at the 8. Knutson, play action intended for Kirk. Nearly picked it, looked like. Good defense by Ryan McDonald. It looked like Ryan might have had a shot at the ball.
Yeah. I thought he had a pick, but saw the ball on the ground. But yeah, good defensive play by the Chargers.
McDonald, one of several defensive backs, getting some playing tonight. Brooks Warwick at corner. Jane Davis slated to start at the other corner spot. Here's Piegler. The pitch slips again, it looked like.
Yep, he did. The knee went down. I just think they're not used to the turf. I don't know if this turf's much different than at Smithson Valley. It must be, because whenever they try to make that hard cut, they kind of lost their balance. See right there. Yeah, the knee touches right there. Trying to stay up, but just too much momentum trying to make that turn.
Well, 8 yards every time he touched it in the first half. For the season, 6.2 every time he gets his hands on it. Third and goal at the 9. 3 wide for the Rangers. Knutson, Wick in the corner, out of bounds.
Had him, just not able to connect. And you know, when you got a kicker like they do, it would make sense to just add to the lead.
4th and goal from the 9-yard.
Well, that's the second time they've tried a corner route for Wick in the end zone. First time it was on the opposite end. Both times, little too long. Amaya, he slips as he boots this one through.
It went through. Flag came out, though, so hold everything.
Well, interesting, because if this is on Champion, do you take the points off the board if it means 4th and goal at the 4?
I would. I think it's on Champion. General rule is you don't take points off the board, but if you get a chance to add a touchdown and make it a 4-possession game.
Well, and I think context matters, right? You're up 31-7, right? It's not like it's a 13-10 ball game. Well,
I think they're just going to let it go. I think. Because the kickoff team's already lined up at the 40 over here.
Yeah.
They have the kickoff team down on the other end, ready to go.
Offsides against Champion. The penalty is declined, taking the result of the play, which is a successful field goal. Your score is now Rangers 34.
It's a 26-yard field goal for Trent Amaya, his second 3-pointer of the night. Also connected from 42 yards away.
Okay, one word, impressive. That was a 6-minute drive.
A big weapon in the kicking game is Amaya. And to your point, Kerry, that's the thing about this Ranger offense is they can hit you with the big play like they did with Haug earlier in the ball game, and like they did with Haug against a very good Brennan ball club in week 2. Or they can grind you out, move you down the field.
That's what they did right there. 15 plays to go 48 yards. They took 6:02 off the clock, almost half the quarter on that one drive.
And as you mentioned, Kerry, as Amaya's kickoff goes through the back of the end zone, as you mentioned, that, given the context of this game, is more important than had they scored an 80-yarder on their first play of the drive. So Champion now, without quarterback Julian Navarrete in his second year as varsity quarterback. Julian, outstanding season last year. In his first year as the signal caller, Julian completing 61 of his passes, 26 touchdowns a year ago, completing 61 of his passes, going 155 of 254. And picking up right where he left off through a couple of games this season, as he's picked up right now by quarterback freshman Ryder Flugents. Ryder's got his first completion of the night.
I think he was, I think Lopez, who caught it, I think was on.
Are they going to say no, incomplete?
Yeah, I think he was out of bounds when he landed. He was on the white.
My fault. I looked down for a second. Didn't see the official wave that off, so never mind. Flugents 0 for 2 so far. Here's his first completion. Out to the flat. Nice pitch and catch with Zachary Lopez. Zach coming in with 10 catches, nearly 100 yards on the season.
Well, that worked the first time when he went out of bounds, and you see Lopez right there on the replay. They went right back to that play. They got 5 though, but still a tough down and distance here.
They're going to call it 3rd and 6 officially, so jipping them a yard. Flugents in trouble, and again, nowhere to go. This time, Corton Hornsby, leading tackler for the Rangers, coming up and supplying the pressure. Kyle Bierman there as well. If you were not with us in the first half, Bierman, Justin Roberts, Hudson Woods, Caleb Barrow, Caden Leak, and Truth Duvall L making life miserable for Navarrete. Continuing to do that again here in the second half, this time with Ryder Flugents.
Good presence of mind by Flugents, though, to get rid of that ball and not take that sack. Yeah, but Smithson Valley, they got some dudes on that front line.
Carter Thompson, side of the foot. Smithson Valley's going to get it at the Charger 32.
Smithson Valley front, Hudson Woods 6'4", 230, runs a 4.5. Justin Roberts 6'2", 275, runs a 5 flat. Man, they just got...
It's not only size, it's talented size.
Yeah, and speed.
They're very good. A lot of times you'll see big either offensive and defensive linemen, and they're getting looks at the next level just simply on size. But the production maybe isn't there. It's raw. For these kids, it's size, and they're good. They're good now. They can play. They're going to be good at the next level, and they can play now. They're good high school football players as well. Knutson coming back onto the field, 15 of 27 tonight, 185 yards is Ty. Pair of touchdowns. Through receivers on 1st and 10 from the 33 officially of Champion. Rolling to his left, pumps, then lets it go. Haug, there's the penalty flag. Yeah. Hunter saying I was held, looking up for the flag, and it came late, but it came.
Yeah, and sometimes that's your best defense, is to go ahead and interfere with the guy and not let him score.
Number 19, Brady Wick, defending on the play. Number 19, that's Jackson Bedman.
I think if there's been less contact, they might have let it go, but that one's pretty obvious.
Well, the officials confirming right now on exactly what the call will be.
It'll be first down, that's for sure. But
there we go.
That's an appearance on the defense.
Tough when you give the Rangers a short field, and they only start at the 33, so they're already in the red zone.
Another look. It was just before that angle in which they got the hold. So now a new set of downs at the 18. Not much there. Charger defense getting there in a hurry. Paxton, Cornelissen, and that's the way the third quarter comes to an end.
Tackle was made by number 41 for the Chargers. That is Sebastian Santoy.
So we got another back in there for the Rangers. Vizaraga that time with the carry. So I don't know. Piegler might be done for the night. We'll see, but got a comfortable lead, and he slipped a couple times. He walked off with a limp another time, so maybe he's done for the night. We'll see. Quick shout out Russell Hawkins and his wife. He texted me, let me know he's watching the game on GVTC. So
there you go.
Thank you for tuning in, Russell and Ann and their dog, Darcy.
There we go, the dog Darcy as well. You know, the champion students, very, very good at what they do as well. Champion winning top 100 student sections last week, so quite the honor for their student cheering section. Always up and ready to go, and even on a night like tonight where a lot of things have gone Smithson Valley's way, that group of students loud and proud. Top 100 student section last week, the champion student body.
They stand out with those neon colors.
There they go.
Oh, there they go.
That's what got them into the top 100 right there. And then they changed colors, and I'm colorblind, I can still tell. Luke Peace back to real action toward the end zone, and Luke nearly getting another 6. Pitch and catch from Knutson, and they're going to mark Peace on at the 2. Look at that.
They all need to go home and take a shower when the game's over, because you're going to have paint all over you.
Oh, to be young again, when that's the last thing on your mind, right? Oh, well, I've got to go home and shower because I've got paint all over me. No big deal. You wear it as a badge of honor.
And they go to the Whataburger and eat like that. They don't care.
First and goal at the 2. Knutson, Shoquist, touchdown. Gunner getting his first score of the season.
Gunner Shoquist takes it in from 1 yard away for a Smithson Valley touchdown.
Amaya on now to make it a 41-7 ball game.
Well, again, you just can't give the Rangers a short field like that. Very short punt, and they get the ball at the 33 as the kick goes through the uprights. He's sending that thing to almost IH-10 from here. He's really booting that thing, but yeah, they only go 3 plays. They only need 3 plays to score. They got a 15-yard penalty in there, and just really adding to that lead right now.
Trying to get it back to the Smithson Valley campus. Another look here at the student body here at Champion. You can see they're waiting. They're like, okay, cue it. Here it comes. Wait for it. Wait for it. And they're looking around thinking, okay, someone's got to get this thing started. When's it coming?
How many different colors do they have, I wonder?
You're going to have to lead me through that because I have trouble with the colors. There we go. So
that's like gold. It's kind of like the gold they're wearing. There's a little bit of reddish.
There's another one down
bluish.
here.
Yeah, it's kind of an aqua looking.
And then there's a release of more up here.
Yeah, up top, that bluish. I hope those fans sitting next to them that aren't part of the student section don't mind getting a little.
See, because right next to them are the adult fans who are kind of like over it. At a certain point, it's like, hey, that was fun when I was 16 and 17 too. It's not fun when you're in your 40s anymore. But good sports all the way around. Kick taken at the 15, crossed to 20. Good return down the sideline. Nice bit of running for Zachary Lopez.
Number 9, Zach Lopez on a nice return for the Chargers. Defending for Smithson Valley was number 7, that's Gavin Kellner. First and 10 for Champion.
You see Ryder Flugins coming in. This is not his first action of the season. It's 3 of 4. He's thrown a touchdown pass.
He's a big kid for a freshman. He's tall, got a lot of height.
Also carried it twice for 38 yards coming into tonight. Now those 3 of 4, I should say, was coming into tonight's action. He was 1 for his first 3 in this ball game. Farias to carry here. Truth Duval L among one of several Rangers. You see number 93, Caden Leak, in there as well. Weston Haney's 25, several Ranger backups in there defensively as well. Ashton Norrid, number 42, is a backup linebacker. Flugents over the middle. Intended for Mason Clayton.
Pass was intended for number 16, Mason Clayton.
Mason, 3 catches coming into tonight, 48 yards. He scored a touchdown, got one against Laredo Alexander last week.
Well, you mentioned Rangers have some backups. That's how you get guys ready, right? They play significant minutes. They play a lot of minutes. They're going to probably play this whole fourth quarter. That's how you get them ready to step up and fill shoes when the guys ahead of them leave. You get a lot of experience.
And how about baptism under fire for Flugents going against this defensive line? That pass complete to Kaysen Reha. Several catches in the first half. Busy night for Kaysen. He came in with just 1 reception. He's got 3 tonight. But it's short of, well short of a first down on 3rd, and so on 4th and 9, the Charger punt unit coming back onto the field.
You got to really admire the poise that Flugents has shown. Like I said, just a freshman, but Friday night lights don't seem to bother him.
You mentioned his good size. Look at that. He's as tall as the coaching staff. I mean, as a freshman.
He's a big kid. And I go back to what I said earlier. He was in middle school last year playing on Wednesday nights, Thursday night, whatever night they play, Wednesday nights. And it's a big step from there to Friday night. And then the one game, that he has to play is against the defending state champs. So, man, talk about baptism by fire, like you said.
Against that front 4, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Again, it bears repeating. Caleb Barrow, Kyle Bierman, Justin Roberts, and Hudson Woods. Then you throw in Caden Leak and Truth Duval in there. Jacob Martinez gets some snaps as well. You will not find a better defensive line rotation in Greater San Antonio. You might not find many in the region who can match. And then you go outside the region, there's few across the state that compare to those 4. 6, I should say, 7 when you include all the different guys who play for him. Thompson able to get that one away.
Uh-oh.
And that ball is loose. Smithson Valley does retain possession. Justin Hackett coming up with it.
See on the replay, just kind of kicked the ball around a little bit there. It was a scramble for it. That would have been a big break for the Chargers. I would have given them, it'd be like a 40-yard completion if you're able to come up with that loose ball. But Rangers have a couple of those where they put them on the turf, but they're able to come up with them tonight.
It's been an interesting game and a flow to it because Smithson Valley's been in control for most of the ball game. But it's never truly felt like the Chargers have been completely out of it. Just completely, hey, this thing is completely out of hand, as it did in the first 2 of the first 3 games for the Rangers, a 62-6 win against Roosevelt and a 42-10 victory against Madison. Give there to a new back who's now into the ball game, Renix Vizaroga. Renix, a young man who's gotten several carries through their first 3 ball games. This is 12th of the season, and he's 3rd string. 76 yards coming into tonight, long of 21 yards. It's an early season that sees Smithson Valley play some proud Greater San Antonio 6A programs. Roosevelt, as Vizaruga again comes around left side near the 40. Roosevelt, one of 10 teams in Greater San Antonio who can boast that they've won a state championship, won it back in 1995. Of course, Smithson Valley joining that club last season. And then the Rangers taking on Brennan in week 2. The Bears, as we've mentioned, Kerry, might be right now the best football program in Greater SA. And then last week, taking on Madison, the Mavericks program that's gone on several long playoff runs over the last several years. Of course, coached for a while by Jim Streety, who also had a long stint as New Braunfels head coach before recently taking the reins as the ISD's athletic director, passing incomplete, and then recently retiring. But those 3 programs, for years and years, among the tops in Greater San Antonio. Smithson Valley saying, hey, we'll take on all comers, and facing those 3 to start 2025.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You want to get tested early. You don't want your first test to be in a district game when it comes down to the wire and you have to win to go to the playoffs or something like that. You want these guys to have been in those pressure situations earlier than later.
Fielder Finley, the intended receiver on that third down. Amaya punts it away on fourth. Another good Ranger bounce inside the 20. Devin DeToto downs it at the 18.
Ranger punt rolls to the 19-yard line.
Well, on that third down they threw, why are they throwing up 41-7? They're just trying to move the chains, get the first down, and burn some more clock, and then run 3 more run plays and take some more time off the clock.
Oh, Ryder Flugents and the Chargers. 8:14 remaining in this ball game. After tonight, they're at Seguin on Friday. They then get the bye before they host New Braunfels on the 10th. October 16th, they're at MacArthur. On the 24th, Victoria East. This pass complete. Dempsey been quiet since the early going. Brogan getting his first catch since the first quarter on the pass from Ryder Flugents.
Brogan Dempsey. Tackled by number 8, Liam McGee.
That MAC game, you talking about that? I think that's a Thursday night game at Heroes.
The MacArthur game? Yes, it's October 16th. Good bit of running by Zachary Garcia. Garcia first down yardage.
Owen Thornton got a good block that time, kind of sprung him loose, gets the first down.
Chargers continuing to move with pace. Flugents running right, lets it go. That one a little high. Intended for the aforementioned Owen Thornton. Came in with 2 catches for 20 yards. You're absolutely right, Kerry, with that October 16th game at MacArthur being a Thursday night game. The 24th, they're here against Victoria East. The following week, Halloween, they host Wagner. Give to the left. Again, it's Garcia. Give them a couple more, so it'll bring up 3rd and 5. And then Champion ends the season at Piper on November 7th.
That could be a make or break game for them. They may have to win that one to get in, depending on how everything else goes.
Again, rolling to his right, Flugents, same play. And again, little high for Thornton. Brings up 4th and 5.
And I believe that Victoria game is homecoming, I believe, for the Chargers.
Victoria East on October 24th. Every game we mentioned a 7 o'clock start. See Ryder getting some early action, and you just know, Kerry, this is the kind of experience that's just going to do nothing but benefit him down the line. And I guarantee you, he's not going to face many defenses quite like this one, even with their backups in. Noah Johnson content to let this one bounce. Charger down it at the 12, and that's where the Rangers offense will take over, and we'll see if Ty Knutson makes his way on back to the field, or if Easton Walker, a backup quarterback who's seen some time, will get some more. Easton's number 10.
Well, you mentioned Flugents. Right now, this 4th quarter, he's getting to play and face some backups. But when he started in that 3rd quarter, he had that fearsome foursome in front of him. So he was having to go. He was getting the real deal. He was getting the 6'4", 230-pound guys going to. Well, one of them was going to SMU, and he was getting a real test that time.
Easton Walker in at quarterback for the Rangers. First snap, around right, Showquist, 10+ to move the sticks.
Just a good run, and that's something that's been effective for him tonight, running between the tackles. And these guys like Showquist, they come in and they want to produce. They don't want to just run out the clock. They want to get in the end zone.
It appears that Caleb Pegler's night is done. 20 rushes, 159 yards, a touchdown for Caleb Pegler. Also had 2 receptions for 5 more yards. Showquist again.
Not a bad night's work for Pegler.
As backup receivers make their way onto the field as well. Hunter Haug finishes with 6 receptions, 117 yards. That 61-yard touchdown accounting for the overwhelming majority of that 117. Another 2 rushes for 11 yards for Hunter. Brody Wick, 3 catches, 38 yards. Walker keeps. Easton, 9 carries coming into this ball game, so this is 10th.
Number 10, Easton.
Sansone there just fighting off a blocker and able to make the stack.
Alex Sansone.
With that yard, he's got 41 yards rushing officially. Easton's gotten to the end zone twice with his legs. A lot of that in second halves when the Rangers have been well ahead. Averaging 4.4 every time he carries the ball. Luke Peace, a pass catcher for the Rangers, who's no longer out there. Appears his night is over. He caught 2 balls tonight for 36 yards. Showquist, here's his name again.
There's a late slap to the helmet by one of the Rangers, and it's going to be a penalty. He's a little bit further downfield. You can kind of see at the edge of your screen, the guy just kind of slapped at the Charger helmet. Fisher was right there, so it's going to back him up.
3rd and 4 right now is the down and distance.
Unless they call offsetting, but it didn't look like they both swung. It looked like only one swung. Might be an ejection. Let's see.
Dead ball. Personal foul against the Rangers.
David Agleton, tonight's ref. Hugo Bustillos, the umpire. Hector Ramon, the head line judge. Great first name. Ron Baggett, the line judge. Mike Odie, the field judge. Jeff Spence, the side judge. 4th down, Trent Amaya making his way onto the field to punt this ball away. Brogan Dempsey back to return the punt for the Chargers. Amaya with another low liner. 46-yard line on their side of the field is where Champion will start.
Devin DeToto grounds the punt at the
4 straight punts in this quarter.
46-yard line.
The Rangers, following tonight, a game that should be a lot of fun next week for them. Piper.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Week from tonight, in Spring Branch. They've got a bye week on October 3rd. Whistles, Farias with the carry on 1st and 10 for Champion.
Didn't Piper beat the Rangers last year?
They beat them.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
that was their last loss before state.
Yes.
Before they won state.
As a matter of fact, Smithson Valley won a state title in a year in which they didn't win district.
Yep.
Piper got the district championship. Flugits to Dempsey. Touchdown for Brogan. 2nd of the game and the 2nd score for the Chargers.
How about that throw by Flugents on the money that time? He hits Dempsey, and Dempsey with another long pass reception that time. Just hits him in stride. He had 2 defenders on him. He gets behind both of them. And pretty good night for Dempsey.
Well, even before that throw, easy to see why head coach Blaine Ellis and his Charger staff is so high on Ryder Flugents. Trying to find ways to get him on the field. He's that athletic, that special. He can play some quarterback too. He is the listed backup. Pressed into action with Julian Navarrete injured. We'll be back right here on GVTC High School Football, the game of the week.
Have a good one.
Any idea who keeps doing that?
Nope.
Oh. Oil base with the all-weather enamel. Excellent choice. Let me cash your card.
That's a lot of black paint.
It's a pull, not a push. Take your time.
Following the big Ryder Flugents touchdown to Brogan Dempsey. Score now 41-14. 3:47 remain in our GVTC High School Football game of the week. For Dempsey, his second touchdown score.
He's got both of them.
70 yards on his first touchdown of the night.
Goes 52, so he's about 150 yards at least tonight.
Live ball, so Noah Johnson has to pick it up. Dances down to sideline before it's forced out of bounds. And Easton Walker, backup quarterback and that offense, will start it right around their own 18-yard line.
That was 2 plays, 54 yards. Took 36 seconds, 52-yard touchdown pass from Flugents to Dempsey.
Talking about that game for Piper next week for the Rangers, and in the bye week on October 3rd. When they resume on October 10th, they got Wagner. Following Friday, take on Seguin. October 24th, it's New Braunfels. October 30th, face MacArthur. And then on Thursday, November 6th, they close with Victoria East. So the Rangers will close the season with back-to-back Thursday games, October 30th and November 6th, before they gear up for defense of that 5A Division I state championship. Isaiah Reggie, his first catch of the night, his third of the season.
Well, Seguin may have the tallest quarterback in the greater San Antonio area. Their QB's about 6'6", so he's quite a challenge. Not hard for him to see over the line.
With that 3-yard pickup, Reggie now with 21 yards receiving in 2025. He split out, lone receiver to the right side. As the clock goes under 3 minutes, handoff. Fizuraga toward the 25. Rennick's a junior running back. Showquist back in there. Gunner, a sophomore. Another back for the Rangers. Listed back up right behind Caleb Piegler. At the 25, it's 3rd and 3. Showquist gets the call.
He got it.
This would be an interesting spot. I was just going to say, Kerry, but I think he got it. Yeah.
I think it's the forward most progress wherever he makes it before he gets pushed back, and it's going to be enough. He got to the 29. So he got it by about a yard.
Yeah, they're moving the sticks. That's exactly where they're starting. Right after what's called the 2-minute timeout.
I wonder if that's been copyrighted, 2-minute warning. I wonder if that's an NFL copyright. I wonder.
Interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Kind of a layman's term that's kind of been kind of like Kleenex is kind of like what you use for tissue.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. You know,
yeah, like
paper. You know, yeah, brawny. I mean, it's a paper towel. It's inline skates. The brand is rollerblade, but people say rollerblades. Kleenex, yeah, like you said. Coke. Go get a Coke.
Well, for the Rangers, we're talking about starting a playoff run after back-to-back Thursday games in a year that's defense of their first ever state championship, coming off a year in which they went 8-2 in the regular season. Like this year, last year they lost to Brennan, so maybe that's a good omen.
Yeah. And they lost to Piper.
And then they lost to Piper, so we'll see what happens next week. But once they finish that regular season 8-2 with just the one loss in district, in the playoffs they beat South San 49-7, Edinburgh Vela 55-13, New Braunfels in the third round 56-21. Beat Flower Bluff 49-14 in the regional final. State semifinal, they beat Angleton 21-14. And then the big win over Highland Park, historic win in terms of the program's history, 32-20, 4 days before Christmas, to cap off a 14-2 campaign that ended with the school's first ever football state championship. On 1st and 10, Walker will keep, designed. Near another first down, they're going to give him 9.
I don't know how big Walker is, but he looks tall.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
Yeah, he's over 6 feet, about 6'2", it looks like. Big bodies like that, sometimes hard to bring down.
Like Ty Knutson, also with junior, so they're both committed to Smithson Valley next year.
Number 37 is Ethan Hill. 2nd and 2.
Well, they appear to have the pieces in place to be a power for years to come.
Well, as mentioned earlier, program that's won 85% of its games since 1997. Walker comes around right, good pursuit, tackle made by John Martin. And especially since Larry Hill took over in 1993, a program that, especially now with Smithson Valley having a state title, I don't think there's any debate if you ask anybody who's been the best program in Greater San Antonio over the last 2 decades. I think Smithson Valley is the clear answer. Because, you know, obviously from the 80s through the early 2000s, that answer was obviously Judson.
Judson, yeah.
After that, you could make arguments, and when I say after that, another give here, coming to the right side. When I say after that, I mean chronologically after that, timeline.
Right.
After that, you had Steele.
Steele, yeah.
You know,
played for 2 state titles, won one of them.
Absolutely. You know, Alamo Heights won a state title in that span.
Yeah, 07, I think.
And then you had programs who consistently made long runs, although Steele did too, right? So you had teams like Brennan, you know, Johnson, you know, teams that consistently made long runs. But add the state title, and Smithson Valley over the last 2 decades has had a run unlike anybody else in Greater San Antonio. Tonight's ball game is over, 41-14. The Rangers improved to 3-1. More importantly, they go to 1-0 in district play. The Chargers fall to 2-2, 0-1 to start league play. Kerry, final thoughts on a fun night here at Bernie ISD Stadium?
Well, you know, talking to Coach Ellis before the game, he said, we know who these guys are. We know what they can do. We just want to get into this game. We're excited to play them. And you know, I hadn't seen the Rangers play this year, but, you know, they graduated a lot. But, man, they look like they got the pieces in place for another deep run this year. They're very good. And if you're champion, hey, you just lost to the best team in the state. So nothing to hang your head about. And, you know, you still got a lot of district games ahead of you. And so the goal is to win enough of those to get in the playoffs. So they're in good shape right now, both of them.
For the man, Kerry Barboza, and for all the excellent folks at WIC Productions, we say goodnight. From Bernie, have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week right here on GVTC. Good night, everybody.